Okay, guys, so I just came out of the Diddy trial. Got a ton of notes for you guys. I'm going to break down these videos. I got to get out of NYC, though, but I hate to say it. The bottom line is people who came to watch the case were walking out. I hate to say it. We were getting bored in there with Cassie's testimony. I think everybody thought it was going to be explosive. This is a RICO case. They're trying to show trafficking, if you know what I mean. And I hate to say it, but the government is doing a terrible job at showing it. Now, they are showing, yes, domestic violence. They keep asking her, so at these freak-offs, who selected your outfits? Who Diddy? But they're not showing, okay, this escort was taken, traveled here for this. And it's not showing multiple people involved. All you're seeing the government prove is that Diddy committed domestic violence, but that is a state case that is not need a federal trial. So I hate to say it, guys. We know we don't want this, but I think Diddy could get off on the RICO charges. I'm not seeing it. I could be wrong, but the government is just not doing a great job. I stepped out because I'm just dying in there. It is really hard. It's hard to write all day. I will have more info on stuff for you guys. Cassie broke down on the stand crying, basically just saying that she loves the diddler and she would do anything for him. And I hate to say it, but I think the defense is going to come back and say, well, this is a case of somebody who is just so in love that she would say, literally, I just wanted to make him happy. I didn't want him to be angry or upset because he didn't know what could happen. And so I think the defense is going to get up there and say, look, you were just so in love with him, you would do anything he asked you to. Well, guess what? That's not, that was your choice. That's what they're going to say is you were an adult and you made that choice, whether good or bad, you made that choice to do anything for him for love.
So this is what we're talking about. Of course, this is day 4 of the Diddy trial. And one of the things that Cassie brought up yesterday is she alluded to the fact, because she said it, that Diddy I'll say may have attempted to put a hit out on Drake. Now, this is her testimony. This is not me saying this. I'm just going off of what she said when she was on the stand. So everybody, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. What's going on, Dion? Drop popcorn emojis in the chat. And this is going to be a very interesting day because today they, are going to do cross-examination where the defense is going to start asking Cassie questions instead of just all these stupid questions they've been asking. So it's going to get heated today. So I got my popcorn out. Y'all got y'all popcorn out. I got access to all the other Twitter feeds. So everybody drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. And hit the like button so you can put me in the algorithm. I'm in competition with about 7 different YouTube channels right now talking about this Diddy stuff, trying to stay competitive with everybody else. So make sure to hit the button. Hit the thumbs up button as y'all walk in. And what he said is very important right here.
Do anything he asked you to. Well, guess what? That's not,
This right here about how much she loves Diddy.
Cassie broke down on the stand crying.
Right here.
Basically just saying that she loves the diddler and she would do anything for him. And I hate to say it, but I think the defense is going to come back and say, well, this is a case of somebody who is just so in love that she would say, literally, I just wanted to make him happy. I didn't want him to be angry or upset because he didn't know what could happen.
And guess what? This is exactly how she feels now. So as we get into this and go down this rabbit hole, I'm about to share some information with you that is and has been proving that she still loves Diddy to this day. She is still looking for Diddy's approval right now as a 37-year-old woman. I don't think Cassie's marriage is going to flourish. And I'm sorry, but I don't think it is, because the thing I want y'all to think about as we go down this rabbit hole is, why in the hell is Cassie here anyway? I want y'all to think about this. Nobody has thought about this. Why is Cassie here in the first place? Does anybody want to just guess or think about, has anybody just thought about this one question? Why is Cassie on the stand? Why? Because if you just think about it, Diddy just paid Cassie $20 million. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Chris Brown just got arrested. Wait, Chris Brown? What Chris Brown do? All right, we'll talk about that in a second. But why is Cassie here in the first place? Why? Why is Cassie here? Because if you think about it, why in the world would Cassie, after getting paid $20 million, imagine 6 months ago, you got paid $20 million. Wouldn't you be chilling in another country somewhere? What would y'all do with $20 million? He paid her what, 6 months ago? $20 million? I'd be on another country, sipping pina coladas or some shit. What? And she's pregnant because she's still there with Diddy. This gives her an opportunity to be in the same room with Diddy again. Think about her husband. Why did her husband? It was 20 million. It was 20 million, Charlotte. What's going on, Sean? I want you to think about this. Her husband has to endure hearing all these things, possibly for the first time. I'm quite sure she did not tell her husband that she let Diddy and another man pee in her mouth. Why would she say that? You men have been with women. Did they tell you that they got gang banged by some dude in high school or some dudes in high school? No. What's up, Leticia? Your girl or your wife never told you that, how many dicks she sucked? Ain't about talking about that mess. What she did in her past is her past. So ain't no married couple or no person being with somebody is sitting around talking about the disgusting shit that they did with other men. So there's a guaranteed chance that these words that are coming out of Cassie's mouth, that mouth is coming out of her mouth for the first time. He didn't know the details of what went on with her and Diddy. Imagine you having a wife and you sitting back trying to support her, and she's talking about she let some man and her ex-boyfriend pee in her mouth. Hold on. This is crazy. Chris Brown just got arrested because he took a tequila bottle and hit somebody with it, record producer and manager or something or other. Damn. That shit's crazy. But do y'all understand what I'm saying? Hold on. To Mr. Go on YouTube. Okay. So there's a specific reason why Cassie is enduring all this stuff. This woman is pregnant. She's 9 months pregnant. Cassie is 9 months pregnant, sitting on the stand, talking about all this stuff. She's married. Her husband can't necessarily be in the courtroom because is a possibility that he may have to take the stand. Is she on the stand because they made her be there? I don't think nobody made her be there, because you have to be a terrible, disgusting person to actually subpoena this woman to come take the stand while she's 9 months pregnant and reenact all these memories in her. Like, that's immoral. So I don't think she was made to come here. She chose to come here. And why did she choose to come here? Let me know what y'all think. Do you think they subpoenaed her, or do you think she chose to do this? Somebody asked her and she obliged. Let me know what y'all think, because this right here is very important. Why would she put herself through this shit?
Cassie broke down on the stand crying, basically just saying that she loves the diddler and she would do anything for him. And I hate to say it, but I think the defense is going to come back and say, well, this is a case of somebody who is just so in love that she would say, literally, I just wanted to make him happy. I didn't want him to be angry or upset because he didn't know what could happen. And so I think the defense is going to get up there and say, look, you were just so in love with him, you would do anything he asked you to.
Exactly. So y'all saying she was subpoenaed? Her husband is brave to walk next to the love of his life. Y'all, what y'all don't understand or may not understand is the man women marry after being ran through, like Cassie, he just saved her. Like, I'm not going to say she don't love him, but it's not necessarily that she's the love of his life or he's the love of her life. She's not even present with him probably. And we're going to talk about their relationship a little bit deeper. So everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up button. And let's get it. This is about to get crazy. Watch what happens next.
Well, guess what? That's not, that was your choice. That's what they're going to say is you're an adult and you made that choice, whether good or bad, you made that choice to do anything for him for love. So I don't know, Patriots. I got to get out of here. I'll get you guys more. Wish me luck. I love you guys. I will keep you updated, and I will be back here. Thank you. I love you, New York, too. Secret Service Sam Sampson for president of TikTok.
The prosecution is doing a shitty job. Yes, I know we're on day 3. Don't come in my comments with all the BS. This is my opinion. At this point, we've heard 3 days of proving that he is a terrible person. We've heard 3 days of proving that he is clearly a sexual deviant. He's just a terrible person all around, okay? Where are the RICO charges? Where's the other charges? We need to start seeing some evidence of that. I see no point of having that pregnant woman on the stand having to continue to relive this. We get it. I don't think she's helping the prosecution as a witness. I don't. I believe her. I believe everything that she's saying. I don't believe that she's lying. However, there are more men on that jury than there are women. Men do not see this shit the way that it should be seen or the way that women see it. And that's a fact. She testified that he went to her home after the breakup when she was dating her now husband, and he took it from her in her living room. And then after that, she voluntarily went to his home and had intercourse with him.
So I want y'all to think about that, because this is what I'm saying. She got with another dude and went back to Diddy. He R-worded her, allegedly. He left her house, and then she went back. This is what I'm saying. Like, bro, some of y'all who are married, you do not realize that your wife probably don't even care shit about you. You are just the idiot that married her. You're the only idiot that would marry your wife. Your wife was probably getting dogged out by all these different dudes, ran through by all these different dudes, and Your dumb ass married her, and now she don't even want to be with you, and you married her. Listen to
3
this shit.
days of proving that he is a terrible person. We've heard 3
Right.
days of proving that he is clearly a sexual deviant. He's just a terrible person all around, okay?
All around.
Where are the RICO charges? Where's the other charges? Like, we need to start seeing some evidence of that. I see no point of having that pregnant woman on the stand having to continue to relive this. We get it. I don't.
She wants to be here. She wants to be here. She wants to be here.
Don't think she's helping the prosecution as a witness. I don't. I believe her. I believe everything that she's saying. I don't believe that she's lying. However,
she is here to free Diddy. Let me know if I'm crazy for saying that. Cassie is here to free Diddy. The only thing Cassie is here to do is to prove Diddy's case as he's just a sexual deviant. He's crazy. He's a drug addict, and he just likes to party, and he's gay and all this other stuff. But this is not a RICO charge, and he didn't do anything illegal other than prostitution, buying prostitutes. That's the only reason why Cassie is here. Cassie is here on her own to free her spirit animal. She is here to free her daddy. She is here to free her imprint. Like I said before, Diddy is Cassie's imprint. She is here to free him. Women like Cassie will do anything to free their abuser. This is Stockholm syndrome. She's still dealing with Stockholm syndrome to this day. It's illegal to buy a prostitute. We're talking about a federal RICO case. I don't give a shit about no prostitute. Let me tell you something about buying a prostitute. That's what, a month in jail? Are you serious? If Diddy ends up getting accused of buying prostitutes, that man is going to do probation. What are you talking about? I ain't about worrying about no goddamn prostitute. Yeah, he bought prostitutes. And what? That's it. Get me up out of here. That's probation. What are you talking about? Yes, he's guilty of buying prostitutes, but that's it. According to Cassie. Cassie is here to ruin this entire federal case because she loves Diddy.
there are more men on that jury than there are women. Men do not see this shit the way that it should be seen or the way that women see it. And that's a fact. She testified that he went to her home after the breakup when she was dating her now husband, and he took it from her in her living room.
Remember, while she was with her husband, and she kept going back to Diddy, and Diddy kept R-wording her. Imagine you're dating a woman and y'all are in a relationship, and not only does she keep going back to her boyfriend, but she goes back to her ex-boyfriend and he R-words her. Think about that. He's seen all this shit. She was cheating on her husband, and the ex-boyfriend was R-wording. Bro, this shit is deep.
However, there are more men on that jury than there are women. Men do not see this shit the way that it should be seen or the way that women see it. And that's a fact. She testified that he went to her home after the breakup when she was dating her now husband, and he took it from her in her living room.
She went
and
back.
Then after that, she voluntarily went to his home and had intercourse with him. Voluntarily, after she said that he took it from her in her home. Now, I believe her, and I don't blame her. I'm not victim blaming in any way. She clearly had Stockholm syndrome. I would be willing to put money that the men on that jury are going to hear that testimony and say, oh, how could he have done that to her and she went back? That's how they think. They need to get to the meat and potatoes of this case and stop re-victimizing the victims, because she's, 8 months?
She re-victimized herself. How can this woman say what she just said and then turn around and say they need to stop re-victimizing the victim. She's re-victimizing herself. Am I crazy here? She's re-victimizing herself. And everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button, please. And thank you.
Pregnant, having to relive this shit in front of her husband with his kids in the courtroom that I'm sure she loves. It's just a nasty, nasty situation. I think they need to move on from this shit and start getting on to the RICO and the other charges.
So let me read what's going on inside of court, because they're about to cross-examine Cassie. The defense is about to cross-examine Cassie. I have a whole bunch of stuff to show y'all, to play. I have proof that Diddy allegedly tried to put a hit out on Drake. I got a lot of different things because everything is coming out. So everybody hit the thumbs up button. So this is what is being said right now. This is not the original cross-examination explained. Combs' legal team changed questions last night after Cassie testified that she was forced to do freak-offs, even though she did not testify that she was forced to do freak-offs. She chose to do freak-offs. She said it. She had her own personal drug dealer. She was a drug addict, because altogether, Cassie is literally sorry, but she's a drug addict prostitute that was Diddy's bottom bitch. Cassie is or was Diddy's eater. She is an eater, and a man married an eater. That's literally what's going on. Okay, so here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. We starting. We are starting. Hold on. All right. Let me back up a little bit. I'm backing up a little bit. I'm backing up. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. The defense last night dumped 400 exhibits on us. This cannot continue throughout the case of the trial. That is what the defense, what the prosecution says. The judge says Miss Estavo, Combs' lawyer, Anna Estavo, says, we have been working tirelessly in response to Miss Ventura's testimony. This is what's going on in the courtroom right now. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. All right. So, Judge Mr. Agnifilio, I thought you were going to take this off my plate. Combs, Agnifilio, I will keep trying. Hold on. I will keep trying. This is the main witness. She stands by herself. This woman. That said, we have been doing this all night until 3 o'clock in the morning. We flagged exhibits for them. All right, so they're just going back and forth and talking about what's going on and what they don't like and what, everybody seems to be very tired. So it looks like the defense, well, really everybody did not get any sleep last night, because if they got done at 3 o'clock a.m., they still got to go to bed. So they probably went to bed at 5 and they're back up at 8. So this is what's crazy. It doesn't seem like anybody got any sleep. All right, let's keep going. Judge, bring the jury in. The jury enters the room. This was about 1 hour ago. The jury enters the room. Combs' lawyer, Estavo, Miss Ventura, you love Mr. Combs, correct? So this is the cross-examination. What's going on, Stephanie? Miss Ventura, you love Mr. Combs, correct? Ventura, I did. Estavo, for 11 years, you took care of him. Ventura, in some days. Estavo, you called him larger than life. Ventura, I did. So something I want y'all to think about. If the defense is not stupid, because they still may ask. I want to know, does she still love Diddy? That is the question that I want to know. So are they going to do this properly? Am I right for getting them to ask, does she still love Diddy? If they don't ask, does she still love Diddy? These people are idiots. Because the prosecution never asked, does she still love Diddy yesterday? Is the defense going to ask, does she still love Diddy? Because that's literally what my whole point is. I think, well, I know that she still loves Diddy to this day. Why ain't nobody asking her, does she still love Diddy? Why ain't nobody asking her that? That is literally the number one question that needs to be asked. Do you still love him to this day? Because what that will be leading up to is, if you still admit to loving him to this day, is that the reason why you're really here? Are you here on Diddy's behalf? Or are you here to get Diddy to finally hear you and see you? See, she is not here to get Diddy imprisoned. She is just simply here to be able to look Diddy in his face and talk to him, and he has to listen. See, for years, for decades, Diddy never listened to Cassie. He thought Cassie was this stupid, dumb prostitute. But now that she's sitting in front of him and he's sitting there, she has a captive audience. He has to listen to her. That's the reason why she's here. She wants to be heard. It's not because she hates him or wants him to go to prison. This is her first opportunity to be heard by Diddy, because Diddy never cared to listen. He has to listen now. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with that. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with that. All right, let's keep going. Combs, Estavio. Others called him Diddy or Pup Daddy, but you called him Sean, correct? Ventura, yes. You know a version of him. You know a version of him. What's up, Tiny 2.0? You know a version of him that the world couldn't see. This is very important. This is what I'm saying right here. The world looks at him as this terrible, disgusting piece of shit, but she knows him as this brilliant, amazing, empathetic, loving soul that changed her life. Come on, defense. Are y'all going to ask the right questions? Because I have the right questions. Because they can easily pull her down a rabbit hole to prove that she's here because she's still in love with Diddy. Because that's what I want to know. Are they going to ask? Okay, you know a version of him the rest of the world couldn't see, right? Prosecution says, objection. Judge says, overruled. That's bad. That's bad. If that objection is overruled, that means they are not able to ask these leading questions. She loves Diddy. She loves Diddy. It's not about Diddy's money. It was about Diddy's money for a certain amount of time. But why did she go back to Diddy? Why did she listen to this? Why did she go back to Diddy after she left him? If that's the case, listen.
3 days of proving that he is a terrible person. We've heard deviant. He's just a terrible. Like we need to start seeing some evidence of that. I see no point of having. However, there are more men on that jury than there are women. Men do not. And then after that, she voluntarily went to his home and had intercourse with him voluntarily after she said that he took it from her and her.
That ain't got nothing to do with no money. Whoever thinks that she's with Diddy for money is correct. But she loves Diddy. That's not because of money. Because why did she do this?
Continue to relive this. We get it. I don't think she's helping the prosecution as a witness. I don't. I believe her. I believe everything that she's saying. I don't believe that she's lying. However, there are more men on that jury than there are women. Men do not see this shit the way that it should be seen or the way that women see it. And that's a fact. She testified that he went to her home after the breakup when she was dating her now husband, and he took it from her in her living room. And then after that, she voluntarily went to his home and had intercourse with him. Voluntarily, after she said that he took it from her in her home.
So what are y'all saying? She was with him for money. She got his money. What's up, brown sugar? So I need y'all to understand something. One, she got away. She got out. She got away from this terrible person. That's one. While she was in a relationship with her now husband, she went back to Diddy. Diddy R-worded her in her living room. She said this yesterday. And then she went back to her husband, and she went back to Diddy and let him smash again. What are you talking about? That wasn't for no damn money. And then if you were to say it was for money, she got paid $20 million. And her ass is still here. What are you talking about? So let's keep going. But what in the hell are y'all talking about? Money. Man, please, this is pure love. This woman is obsessed with Diddy. And I'm about to prove that Cassie is all right, so let's get back to okay, good. We back. It's storming here. So just give it a second. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can see me. Y'all can hear me. It's storming out here. So I just want to make sure y'all can see me and hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can see me and hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can see me and hear me. I just want to make sure y'all can see me and hear me. Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Y'all can see me and hear me because my signal just went out for a second. All right. So they role played. Yes, their whole relationship was a role play. Her marriage is still her role playing. Her marriage is her role playing as a wife. Her marriage is a role play of her being a wife. What are y'all talking about? She is still Diddy's bottom bitch. And some people may feel bad or get upset, but bottom bitch is a description of the hierarchy between a pimp and his most loyal prostitute. Okay, so I just want y'all to understand, I'm not calling her a bitch. Bottom bitch is a description of the hierarchy or the actual working relationship between a pimp and his main prostitute. Okay, so it's the relationship between a pimp and a hoe. Some certain women, well, one woman is the pimp's bottom bitch. That means she will bottom for him at any point. And everything that Cassie said is literally a description of Cassie being his bottom bitch. Okay. All right. So look, I'm so sick of shit. All right. We back. This goddamn Wi-Fi. Okay. Okay. Estavo, You keep coming back to him for 11 years. All right, here we go. Here we go. Alpha Omega, yes, he gave her herpes. Yes, I think I think that's known. It's been known that Diddy has herpes, and so she was messing with Diddy. Of course, she has herpes. She was with him for 11 years. So yes. So yes, according to the testimony, yes. Okay. Estavo, you keep coming back to him for 11 years. Why wouldn't say, okay, she said, okay, Ventura says, I wouldn't say coming back. So he's like, yo, you keep coming back after 11 years. Ventura says, I wouldn't say coming back. Estavo, you believed he loved you too. Ventura, I did believe he loved me too. All right. So the husband has herpes. Yes. Well, I don't want to just be saying everybody has herpes. So y'all going to get me sued. So I'm going to say this. Nobody has herpes. All right. Y'all not going to get me sued because that's literally how Tasha K got sued when she started talking about how she accused Cardi B of having herpes. So y'all ain't going to get me sued. Don't nobody have herpes. Y'all get out of my chat talking about some damn herpes. So y'all going to get me sued. God damn it. Y'all better leave me alone. I need to watch what I say. Y'all gonna get me sued. Don't nobody have herpes. Stop asking me that. So shit, y'all gonna get me sued. Okay, Estavo, you believe he loved you too. Ventura, I did believe he loved me too. Estavo, so when he cheated on you, it hurt. Ventura said, not every time. Ventura said, not every time. So when he cheated on her, she said it did not hurt. You know why? You know why? The reason why it didn't hurt is because I actually said this in a video. I'm going to look for that video because I actually said it in another video, but I'll say it here. And the reason why I wanted to show you that I said it in another video, because it's important for y'all to hear it in another context. But I'm going to say it right here is because of this. To a certain degree, some women cannot feel special if she's with a man. All right, can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Sorry, y'all. My Wi-Fi keeps messing up. Can y'all see me? Put a 1 in chat if y'all can see me, if y'all can hear me. We good now? God damn it. Can y'all see me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. All right, cool. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. The Wi-Fi is a piece of shit. Okay, so I'm explaining something about love to a lot of you men and women, but everybody make sure to hit the thumbs up button because this is very important. For a lot of women, the only way a man can make a woman feel special, we're not talking about extravagant gifts and how he treats her. It's the inherent feeling of being special. If a man has the ability to get bitches, keyword get bitches, and he got all these women and he chooses to be in a relationship with you, you now feel special because he has a choice of all these women, but he's choosing to be with you. That inherent feeling is important to a lot of women. So when a woman is with a man that gets a whole bunch of women or was getting a whole bunch of women before he got with her, and he cheats on her over and over again, she's not going to leave him due to the fact that he chose her. she feels like she's the queen of the castle because even though he's messing with these other women, she goes home with him every night. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. So as long as he goes home with her every night, she still feels special. Versus her dating a man that can't get bitches. He can't make her feel special because he is with a woman that he usually can't get. See, the only reason why Cassie's husband was able to get Cassie is because she was running from Diddy. I'll say it again. The only reason why Cassie's husband was able to get somebody like Cassie is because she was running from Diddy. So because of that, she respects Diddy more than she respects her own husband because Diddy don't gotta be with her. Diddy looked down on her. Diddy treated her badly. Diddy cheated on her. So in her delusional mind, she feels like she's more special to Diddy because Diddy lets her come back in his life after she left. She has no low self-esteem, right, Trisha? So because of that, in her mind, she looks at her husband as the person with low self-esteem. Does that make sense? I want to make sure y'all understand what I'm saying. Say yes or no if that makes sense to you. She values Diddy's presence more than she values her own husband's presence because Diddy can get all these bad bitches. Diddy was with J-Lo. Diddy slept with the most beautiful women in the world. She is in competition with women like J-Lo when it comes to Diddy. Diddy's husband can't get no bitches. Diddy's husband can't get J-Lo. So she's in a perpetual competition with J-Lo, even though J-Lo is not even in the picture. She always looked at J-Lo like, damn, he was with J-Lo. And Diddy made songs about J-Lo. Diddy made songs about Kim Porter. Diddy ain't made no damn song about Cassie. So in her mind, Diddy is up here when it comes to just her admiration of him, while her husband is down here because her husband probably, you got to understand, her husband is like her caregiver. But to a traumatized woman, she doesn't want a caregiver. She wants to be a caregiver. You got to understand, they are millionaires because of Cassie. So she is like, her daddy, which is Diddy, gave her $20 million. So Diddy is still in her life, even though he's not in her life. So when Diddy treats her like shit, when Diddy R-words her, when Diddy cheats on her, she still values that because she's like, yo, he's treating me the way I'm supposed to be treated. He taught her to get treated badly. So when a man treats a woman in a good way, she looks down on that man because she's like, yo, why are you treating me good? I've been taught and trained to be a piece of shit, and you're treating me like I'm a queen. I'm not a queen. My brain is not wired for you to treat me like this. My brain is wired to have men pee in my mouth and shit. So in my opinion, the reason why she still valued Diddy, even though he was sleeping with other women, is because he has the ability to sleep with other women. He has the ability to sleep with other women. So women value men who can sleep with prettier women than her versus a man that can't sleep with prettier women than her. All right. All right, so let's keep going. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody share this video and everybody hit the thumbs up button. And thank everybody for being here. Okay. So we talked about how she keeps coming back and lets Diddy cheat on her. All right, so let's go a little farther. Okay. Combs lawyer Estavio, please read this. Exhibit 1364. Ventura says, I haven't talked to you at all. You don't even try. You rush me off the phone. I'm really hurt. I don't need your money. I need your attention. This is a letter to Diddy or a text to Diddy. So let me read this again because I want y'all to understand I'm on Cassie's side. But Cassie is on Diddy's side. She still loves Diddy. All right. So I'm going to read this again because he tells her to read this. She said, this is to Diddy. I haven't talked to you at all. You don't even try. You rush me off the phone. I'm really hurt. I don't need your money. I need some attention. Gustavo, you wanted your special time with Mr. Combs, right? She says yes. So let me play this next video that's going to blow your mind because it literally confirmed what this tweet said. So watch this.
Now, I believe her, and I don't blame her. I'm not victim blaming in any way. She clearly had Stockholm syndrome. I would be willing to put money that the men on that jury are going to hear that testimony and say, oh, how could he have done that to her? And she went back. That's how they think. They need to get to the meat and potatoes of this case and stop re-victimizing the victims because she's, 8 months pregnant, having to relive this shit in front of her husband with his kids in the courtroom that I'm sure she loves. It's just,
I don't want to say this to piss nobody off, but to a certain degree, her husband is an emotional cuck. What y'all are seeing with this whole situation, and this is all respect to her husband, but Cassie's husband is an emotional cuckold. This is an emotional cuckold. If y'all know what a cuckold is, that means you have this big black guy come in the house and ravage a man's wife in front of the man, and the husband is sitting over there just jacking his dick, paying attention, being, just watching them have sex, and he's up like, get over here, bitch. So that's what a cuckold is. So Cassie's husband, with all due respect, is Cassie's emotional cuckold. So this is a cuckold situation in this courtroom right now.
just a nasty, nasty situation. I think they need to move on from this shit and start getting on to the RICO and the other charges.
What's up, y'all? Look, I don't like Diddy. Didn't like him when he was puffy. But I gotta keep it $150. Cassie is not innocent in all of this, okay? Especially with the testimony that came out today. You can't make me believe that she is. She said herself that she didn't say no to the freak-offs because she didn't want him to get a different woman instead. So she didn't want to be replaced.
She didn't want to be replaced. She still doesn't want to be replaced, and she's married and pregnant. She still doesn't want to be replaced, and she's married and pregnant. Y'all don't understand how this shit goes.
She didn't want to lose access to that lifestyle. She stayed there, and she participated in some of those things because she enjoyed it. And some of it that she did not enjoy, she stayed because he's rich. Okay? If Diddy was just...
It's deeper than being rich. It is deeper than being rich. Right now, she's rich. Right now, she's rich. She just got paid $20 million 6 months ago. She ain't blow all that money yet. She's rich, and her ass is still here. It's bigger than money, y'all. It's bigger than money.
Regular old Sean that drives the forklift at the warehouse, at the factory up the road, she would not have took no ass whippings for 10 years, okay? She would have got the hell on. She might have stayed around for like 10 months until she got her income tax and got her a little apartment or something, a little hoopty, and got the hell on. But being for real though, I'm just keeping it $150. If he was a regular working dude, she would not have stuck around for that shit. It was the money. It was the fucking money, the fame, the fortune.
More than the money.
And
It's more than the money. Hold on. Let me show y'all how it's more than the money. It's so much more than the money. Let me show y'all something. And I played this before, y'all.
But I just don't have this.
Okay, so right here, this is a scene off of the movie Casino. So before I play this video, because I played this video the other day, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen the movie Casino. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen the movie Casino. In the movie Casino, there is a guy that fell in love with this woman right here, and she keeps going back to her drug addict pimp. The pimp is Diddy, the woman is Cassie, and the guy this woman is talking to is Cassie's husband. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen the movie Casino. This is Cassie. This is the relationship that Cassie has with her husband right here. Put a 1 in the chat if you've seen the movie Casino. So this is Cassie talking to her husband right here. This is when Cassie was still fucking Diddy while she was in a relationship with her husband before he married her. So remember, the testimony is saying that Cassie was in a relationship with her husband before he married her. There was just boyfriend and girlfriend, and she went back to Diddy and he R-worded her, and she goes back to her boyfriend, and then she goes back to Diddy again after he R-worded her and has sex with her again while she's with her present husband. And this is the conversation that Cassie had with her husband before he married her. You can't make this shit up, y'all. Watch this and make sure to hit the like button. And to the new people who just came in, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. To the new people that just came in, watch this. This is going to blow your fucking mind. This is Cassie. This is Cassie. This is Cassie talking to her now husband.
I care about you, but I just don't have those kind of feelings for you. I'm sorry. I'm not in love with you.
That can grow as long as there's a mutual respect, that kind of thing.
And this is Cassie's husband.
I care about you, but I just don't have those kind of feelings for you. I'm sorry. I'm not in love with you.
That can grow as long as there's a mutual respect, that kind of thing can grow. I'm realistic. I can accept that. But, you know, what is love anyway? It's a mutual respect. It's a devotion.
Look how she's looking at him. This is how Cassie looked at her husband. She's just like, "You're so cute. you're so pathetic." She's just like, "You're pathetic. Like, you're just this little cute, little pathetic little person. I'm used to getting choked. I'm used to getting slapped. I'm used to getting peed on. You're pathetic." That's what the look she's giving him. You're pathetic. What's going on? What's going on? To the new people, what's going on? What's going on? Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. We got New Orleans in here. We got Miami in here. We got Greenville, South Carolina in here. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at, y'all. We got Brazil in here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. We got Connecticut in here. So let's watch this. Watch this.
It's a caring from one person to another. And if we could set up some kind of foundation based on that mutual respect, I feel eventually you would care enough about me.
Mutual respect. I don't have respect for myself. I'm a whore. This is literally what's going on in her mind. I'm a whore. Baltimore in here, New Jersey, East Orange, New Jersey, Montgomery, Alabama, PA is in here, Tennessee, Connecticut.
Eventually you would care enough about me that I can live with that.
If it doesn't work out, you know, if it doesn't play out, then what happens to me?
You know I'm doing well now, and I'm gonna do even better. And so whatever happens, If it doesn't work out between us, I'm gonna make sure you're okay for the rest of your life. And if there are kids, especially, you'll be set up for the rest of your life.
What does that mean? No, I know that look. What does that look mean?
And then after he says all that, he gives her pimp all of his money. Diddy is this guy. This is Diddy right here. So after she fucks or gets with this guy, pleads out his whole heart to her and says, I want to be with you. I love you. This is Cassie going back to Diddy this is Cassie going back to Diddy.
Rest of your life.
What does that mean? No, I know that look. What does that look mean?
From my recollection, aren't you the card shark? The golf hustler?
And this is when Cassie's husband confronts Diddy.
The pimp from Beverly Hills? But if you are, you know what? Here, take mine too. Go ahead, take it, because you already have hers.
That's how bad this is. That is the dynamic. If you watch the movie Casino, this is the direct dynamic that is going on with Diddy, Cassie, and her husband. All right. So this video right here.
Because she talked about they used a lot of drugs. She didn't want to lose access because she had developed some very expensive habits.
Because that's what he held over her head the whole time. You're not
So shout out to Tisa. Listen to what Tisa says about Cassie right here. This is going to blow your mind.
worthy about being a wife, but if you act right, if you protect me, if you do this, it will, right? MJ said, awesome, so sweet, love how passionate you are. Thank you so much. Also, really quick, Carrie said, keep doing your thing, T said, thank you so much. So anyway, right, we doing all this, and so did he rape Cassie? And, Cassie
He R-worded Cassie. That's what she just said. Watch this.
is so messed up over this. She's so messed up over this. But get this. She said she met with Diddy outside of that one more time, and they ended up having sex willingly. And they were like, the prosecutor's like, why would you do that? And she was like, I wanted to see the best in him. And you know the weird thing is the way she explained it, I get the fact she didn't want to be a victim. And in her mind, if she could make it seem like, no, it was consensual or it was.
Told you. Even Tisa said it. I told you. She is in the courtroom trying to prove that it all was consensual and she's not a victim. Tisa said it. She was in the courtroom. Tisa said it. She's in the courtroom. She watched her say it. I've been saying this from day one. She's trying to prove that she is not a victim, which is helping Diddy's case. Drop some hearts in the chat for Tisa Tales. Drop some hearts in the chat for Tisa. Drop some hearts. Spam the chat with hearts for Tisa Tales. Shout out to Tisa. She's doing good work. Everything that I've been saying is literally what Tisa just said, and she watched it. She's in the courtroom. Drop hearts in the chat for Tisa Tales.
Victim. And in her.
She is not a victim. Tisa is literally in the courtroom. Everything that I said yesterday and the day before yesterday, this is literally what's happening. She's trying to get Diddy released from prison.
Messed up over this. She's so messed up over this. But get this. She said she met with Diddy outside of that one more time, and they ended up having sex willingly. And they were like, the prosecutor's like, why would you do that? And she was like, I wanted to see the best in him. And
I wanted to see the best in him. I wanted to see the best in him. Y'all gotta listen.
The weird thing is the way she explained it, I get the fact she didn't want to be a victim. And in her mind, if she could make it seem like, no, it was consensual or it wasn't that bad, that she.
Why in the world? This is a Fed case. They're trying to put Diddy in prison. They're trying to prove racketeering. They're trying to prove that Diddy is a terrible person. They're trying to prove that Cassie is a victim. And this bitch, Cassie, not Tisa, is on the stand telling everybody she's not a victim. It was consensual. Why is she doing this? She's doing this in order to get Diddy off. She's trying to help Diddy beat these charges. And Cassie is up there acting like she's not a victim in order for Diddy to beat the charges. That is the reason why Cassie is here. Cassie is already a multi-millionaire. Why the hell is she here? Cassie is pregnant. She can easily tell whoever tried to get her to here and say, hey, I'm about to have this baby. I can't be there. I'm sorry. You can't make a woman that's 9 months pregnant take no goddamn stand. I don't give a shit what legality it is. There's certain morals that's going to get in the way. She can sue. I want y'all to think about this. She can sue the United States if she turns around and gets on a stand and her water breaks. If she has a messed up pregnancy because the feds made her take the stand and start thinking about all this crazy shit, she can sue the United States. Can't nobody make no 9-month pregnant woman take the stand. She wants to take the goddamn stand. Yeah, I seen she even cried. She even cried. So what I'm letting y'all know is Cassie is here by her own will to free Diddy.
Said thank you so much. So anyway, right, we doing all this, and so Diddy raped Cassie, and Cassie is so
What's up, boss lady Mo? Thank you for being here.
Messed up over this. She's so messed up over this. But get this. She said she met with Diddy outside of that one more time, and they ended up having sex willingly. And they were like, the prosecutor's like, why would you do that? And she was like, I wanted to see the best in him. And you know the weird thing is the way she explained it, I get the fact she didn't want to be a victim. And in her mind, if she could make it seem like, no, it was consensual or it wasn't that bad, that she would be okay. But eventually that shame spiral led her to thinking about offing herself. She wanted to put everything she experienced down. And she sent it to Diddy. She sent it to Diddy and she was like, I want you to read this. And they're like, why'd you send it to him?
She wrote a memoir. She wrote a book and she sent it to Diddy. Remember, Diddy thinks she's stupid. She's an idiot. So she did not want to hear. You got to remember, the reason why she is on this stand is so Diddy can see her, so Diddy can hear her. So Diddy has no choice but to see and hear her. She never had that opportunity because Diddy never seen her. Women want to be seen. Watch this.
And he's like, because I wanted him to understand what he did to me and why it's not okay. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And she's like,
hold on, what? I just wanted to be what? Hold on, I just wanted to be what?
Shame spiral led her to thinking about offing herself. She wanted to put everything she experienced down. And she sent it to Diddy. She sent it to Diddy and she was like, I want you to read this. And they're like, why'd you send it to him? And he's like, because I wanted him to understand what he did to me and why it's not okay. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen.
I just wanted to be seen. That's why she's here. Wasn't no goddamn subpoena. She just wants to be seen. She wants Diddy to see her.
And Diddy never got back to her. So she called KK, the assistant. She was like, yo.
She bugging the shit out of Diddy. She's married. She's bugging the shit out of Diddy. She's married. Why is she bugging the shit out of Diddy, y'all? She's with this other man. And she keep. All right, so we back. She keeps bugging Diddy. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. Women in a nutshell is crazy. Brandon said, women in a nutshell. Exactly. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. So yeah, so we good. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see me. And everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Okay. So what I'm saying is this woman is seeking out Diddy's approval 15 years later. Cassie is not a victim. Cassie is not a victim. Tisa said it right here.
I want you to read this. And they're like, why'd you send it to him? And he's like, because I wanted him to understand what he did to me and why it's not okay. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And Diddy never got back to her. So she called KK, the assistant. She was like, yo, did he read the book? And KK told her, no, ain't nobody read that. And she was like, what? And they were like, and she was like, nobody takes that book seriously. We don't even think you really wrote it. Like, basically calling her dumb and thinking that they think that she's too stupid to even write a book.
I'm going to start this one with a trigger warning because what Cassie just revealed in court is heavy, not just for you and I, but it was also for the jury as well. She says in 2023, this is years after her relationship with Diddy ended. She's married to Alex Fine.
She's married to Alex Fine. She's married to her cuck. Alex Fine is a cuck. He's an emotional cuck.
Has 2 kids. She started having flashbacks to all of the trauma and sexual abuse that she says she endured. And she says she can no longer take it. So one day she's at home with her kids and her husband, and she asks him, can you do this without me? She said, quote, I couldn't take the pain. So she decided that she wanted to walk out of the front door and walk into traffic. And she says the only reason she didn't do it is because her husband stopped her. She broke down as she's telling this story, and Diddy is sitting diagonally across from her, his kids behind him. That incident prompted her to go to rehab. She says she was coming off of Valium because she was taking so much because her anxiety had gotten really bad. It says the rehab was more trauma therapy, and there she started to unpack all the things that she had experienced over the last decade. She put pen to paper and started writing and writing. She says until she had a book. I'm gonna read some of my notes for you guys so you can hear her words. She said, I really wanted Sean to read it, to understand. I don't think he understood. She said, I was begging for sorries and I wanted him to understand the pain he put me through. And she goes on to say that she took too much responsibility for the freak-offs, that she would do absolutely anything for him, but that anything never stopped. At this point, she is fully crying. Her face collapses into her hand. According to her testimony, she sends Diddy the book through his assistant, Christina Coram, but she says they didn't take her seriously. They didn't think she would do something like that. So then she had her attorney reach out to his attorney. She also offered him the chance.
She sued him just to be seen. She didn't sue him for the money. She just wants him to see her. She's still chasing after Diddy after all of these years. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. This shit ain't about no damn money. She still wants Diddy's approval all these years later, all these babies later. She's about to be on her 3rd child, and she's still chasing Diddy. She's going to get Diddy off, and now Diddy is going to be indebted to her because she's going to be like, nigga, I saved you from going to prison. She still loves Diddy.
To buy the book rights for $30 million. Why $30 million? She says she doesn't know. She came up with a number that she felt would alert him, but he said no. She never received any money. And she also says she doesn't know if he even read the book. After that, she filed her bombshell lawsuit in November of 2023, which he settled in less than 24 hours for an undisclosed amount. But today, she revealed that amount. She says she settled for $20 million. That lawsuit sparked this criminal investigation. When prosecutors asked her today, why are you testifying in this case? She said that she can't.
Here we go. For the people in the chat who said she was subpoenaed, she was not. She chose to testify in this case. Listen to this. She chose. It was a choice. Hold on. She chose. Listen.
Undisclosed amount. But today, she revealed that she can't carry this anymore. The shame, the guilt, the way she was guided to treat people like they were disposable. She said what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and she wants to do the right thing. After she was done testifying, I saw a female juror turn to a male juror and mouth, "It's hard to hear," and he nodded in agreement. She then started wiping away tears. There are also a lot of jurors with their hands over their mouths, intently listening. I'm also working on a book with an undisclosed amount, but today she wants to do the right thing. Undisclosed amount, but today she revealed that amount. She says she settled for $20 million. That lawsuit sparked this criminal investigation. When prosecutors asked her today, "Why are you testifying in this case?" she said,
Why would prosecutors ask her, why are you testifying in this case if she was subpoenaed? Can y'all answer that for me right now? Why would prosecutors ask Cassie, why are you testifying in this case if she was subpoenaed? She was not subpoenaed. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? She chose to be here. She wants Diddy to see her. She's still in love with Diddy. She was not subpoenaed. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? She chose to be here. So let's go back to the tweets. Combs Estabo. Okay, hold on. Combs Estabo, you testified that you told him, "I love you so much, you make me a better woman." It was all free will. It was her free will. Exactly, Katrina. It was her free will. Didn't nobody make her come here. Well, we're absolutely right, because ain't no way I would be stuck running behind my ex after leaving him 6 years ago. I have a husband and my third child. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They can't make no pregnant woman testify no crazy shit like this. Pregnant woman sitting over there talking about they used to pee in my mouth on a normal basis. They can't make a pregnant woman reenact that type of shit. You can sue the United States, you know, like, can't nobody do that. She's doing this shit on her own, you know? All right. And if y'all want me to read your actual message, make sure to put it in the super chat. So if you want me to actually read your message out loud, make sure to put your message in the super chat. Okay. You testified that you told him, "I love you so much, you make me a better woman." Ventura, I definitely wrote those messages. You wrote, "I can't wait until we have a baby on our own." You know that he had 6 children at the time, correct? Ventura said yes. She's pregnant right now. She has 3 kids by Alex Fine, and she don't give a shit. She wants Diddy's baby. This is her testimony, y'all. I ain't making this shit up. Alex Fine is her cuck. She's still in love with Diddy. She said, "Estavo, you wrote, 'I can't wait until we have a baby on our own.' You knew that he had 6 children, and she still wants a baby with this dude." And this is when she's with Alex Fine. This is when she's with her husband. Let's keep going. Estavo. So now these messages about freak off, when you say, and this is how they typing, so I'm just reading what they typing. So now these messages about freak off, when you say, "You know it doesn't matter to me," you mean weekend or weekday, either is fine. Ventura, that's what it says. Estavo, Mr. Combs says, "Maybe we can call Jules. Can you do it?" Yes. Jules is one of the escorts. This is not the original cross event. All right, that's not it. Okay. 10:40 a.m. Just about an hour ago. They're back in court. They took a break. Judge, Mr. Stavo, you may proceed. Combs, Mr. Estavo, Miss Ventura, this is from Mr. Combs to you. You respond with an extremely explicit messages, right? Ventura says yes. This is 2 days after the planning of a freak off, right? Yes. Davo, he said to C. How did you reply? Absolutely not. Let me read this again just in case y'all didn't hear it. He said, I want to see. How did you reply? Ventura said, I can't wait either. These text messages do not sound like it's forced. It's not forced. All of this is a choice. All of it is a choice. She's like, I can't wait to have another freak off too. She's not a victim, y'all. Somewhat she's a victim. I say she's a half victim, but she's not a full victim. Put a 1 in the chat, y'all can see me. Put a 1 in the chat, y'all can see me. Because my signal keeps going out. Put a 1 in the chat, y'all can see me. Put a 1 in the chat, y'all can see and hear me. Because I don't want to have to repeat everything. Put a 1 in the chat, y'all can see me and hear me. Can y'all hear and see me? Okay. All right. We good. All right. Ventura, that I'll go to the Dwayne Reed for candles, then set up the room. Okay. Ventura is saying she'll go to Dwayne Reed for candles to set up the room. She was excited to do these damn freak offs, y'all. Combs, Estavo, did you understand what he was going to take? Okay. Did you understand that he was going to take another video of you? Object. Then they said objection, speculation. Judge, Mrs. Estavo, you can move on. Estavo, you asked any pills on you? And Ventura says yes. Okay. Combs, Estavo, were you afraid that Mr. Combs was only seeing you for sex in this way? Ventura says it was a concern. So this is what I'm saying. My whole reason for talking about this. Ventura, which is Cassie, was just his bottom bitch. He was just there for sex. She was just there for sex. And she wanted him to view her as something more than sex. I literally said it right here. I posted this on Instagram today. She said in the testimony, all I ever wanted was for Diddy to see me more than a sexual object. If she gets Diddy off in a way that she never got Diddy off, because the only way she was able to get Diddy off back in the day was sexually. This is her first opportunity to get Diddy off that is not sexual. She's going to get Diddy off of this case instead of off sexually. For the first time in her life, she has the opportunity to get Diddy's approval without using her pussy. All she has to do is go up there and prove to the court that Diddy is simply a freak and everything they did was consensual. She said in the testimony, all I ever wanted was for Diddy to see me more than a sexual object. And that's literally what they're talking about in this testimony. Literally. Estavo, were you afraid that Mr. Combs was only seeing you as sex in this way? Ventura, yes, that was my concern. That's why, yes, exactly, Stephanie. She probably wanted to be like J-Lo. She wants Diddy to view her like Diddy viewed J-Lo. That's why she's here. Okay. Were the freak offs important? Integral to us. Oh shit. Oh shit, y'all. Estavo, you still were not public in your relationship with Diddy. Ventura, correct. Were the freak offs important? Ventura says they were integral to us. Integral means very deeply important. So anybody trying to say that he forced her to do freak offs, she's on the stand saying they were in. The freak offs were important to both of us. Earlier, she said, "You ready for the freak off? I can't wait." And then she went to the store and started buying candles and shit. How was she forced? And another thing that y'all probably ain't paying attention to, I ain't heard about no other women. So what's the trafficking? What is the trafficking? There is no other women. Who is trafficking what? Cassie lives there. He didn't traffic Cassie. And I'm not saying he ain't guilty of all that. I'm saying she's trying to prove that he ain't guilty of all that. Has any of y'all throughout these last 3 days heard anything about Diddy trafficking another woman or having another woman in these freak offs? Anybody? Yes or no? Tell me if I missed something. Tell me in the chat. Have y'all seen any talk about other women from other cities being brought to the city that they were in? I haven't heard anything. So yes, were these freak offs important? They were integral to us. How can you not see the trauma? I see the trauma. But the problem is, why is she still traumatized after all these years? She went to therapy. And I'm not saying she's supposed to not be traumatized. What I'm saying is the vampire bit her, which is Diddy. And Diddy is still, to this day, while she's pregnant, she is his property. She is his property to this day while she's 9 months pregnant. So Combs, Estavo, who was your 21st birthday party? Who was at your 21st birthday party in Las Vegas? Ventura, Britney Spears, Dallas Austin. Estavo, how did you get them there? Ventura, they came for Sean. Estavo, you're very beautiful and charming. Where did that come from? I don't know. You're very beautiful and charming. Ventura says, thank you. Estavo, this is true. Is this what is this? This is Diddy's defense. Why is Diddy's defense in the middle of the testimony saying you're very beautiful? What the hell is that? Let's keep going. That was weird. Okay. Estavo, who is Tommy Mottola? Y'all remember who Tommy Mottola was, right? Who was Tommy Mottola, y'all? I'm sure y'all know who Tommy Mottola was, right? No therapy helps us cope. I understand. Who was Tommy Mottola, y'all? Y'all remember who Tommy Mottola was? All right. Who is Tommy Mottola? Ventura, a well-known producer. Estavo, you were an up-and-coming star, right? Ventura, I guess you could say that. Estavo, after you signed with Bad Boy, things were still platonic, right? Ventura says yes. Maybe this was between the age of 19 and 21, possibly, I think. Let's see. Do y'all know who Tommy Mottola is? Well, Tommy Mottola is Mariah Carey's first husband. And Mariah allegedly married Tommy Mottola in order for Mariah to be this big star. So part of the reason why Mariah Carey is this huge star to this day is because she married Tommy Mottola. See, most women just give up some ass in order to be famous. She married a dude and became famous. That's crazy. So, okay, Estavo, you had a rough performance. Ventura, 106 in Park. It did not go well for me. This was when she first got on, when Diddy first put her on. See, y'all gonna be mad at me when I say this, but I'm just gonna say it. Y'all ready for this? Y'all gonna be mad at me. Cassie doesn't have any talent. I'm just gonna say it. Cassie doesn't have any talent. Cassie does not have any talent. Cassie was propped up just like Ashanti was propped up. Cassie and Ashanti were two talentless women. Now, Cassie can't sing. Ashanti can sing. But Ashanti is not a performer. She can't dance. She's just pretty. So she was propped up by Murder Inc. and Cassie was propped up by Diddy. So sorry, but Cassie has no talent. Cassie is just a pretty girl that was fucking somebody that had a bunch of money. Just like Ashanti was a pretty girl that was fucking somebody that had some money. So she doesn't have any talent. So if y'all remember that 106 in Park performance, it was absolutely terrible because she doesn't have any talent. Yeah, Irv the Perv is crazy. Yeah, Irv Gotti was smashing Ashanti. See, name an Ashanti song that was her original song and her original beat. Right now, and I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I'm just trying to let y'all know that Cassie did not have any talent, and Ashanti didn't have any talent. Name a song from Ashanti, just like Sweetie. Yeah, Sweetie. Name an Ashanti song that was not stolen from a male rapper. Every song that she came out with that was a hit was somebody else's song. Leave my girl Ashanti alone. I'm just trying to show y'all what these producers and rappers are doing. Everything Ashanti ever came out with that was a hit was a sample from a male singer. Every one of her hits were samples from male singers. Every one. Ashanti, just like Cassie, was just a pretty broad that somebody was fucking. That's it. Cassie and Ashanti was just pretty chicks that dudes was fucking. That's it. All right, so let's keep going. And I'm saying this because this is in congruence with why her performances were so bad. And when you know that you're not talented, when you know that you're not J-Lo, you become envious of talented women when you are also in the same field. And when you become so envious when your boyfriend admires them but doesn't admire you, it hurts. You say J-Lo can't sing. She can dance though. She can dance though. She can act though. Can Cassie sing? No. Can Cassie dance? No. Can Cassie act? No. Ashanti can sing, yes, but she can't dance. She can't act. That's what I'm saying. J-Lo was able to act and dance. J-Lo was talented. Not that talented, but J-Lo was talented. But altogether, J-Lo was another pretty broad that somebody was fucking and they put them on. And all these chicks look the same. By the way, Cassie, Ashanti, J-Lo. Just want to let y'all know. They all bright, light skin. What is this? Racially ambiguous. All three of them were light-skinned, racially ambiguous women. That's what they do. They find this light-skinned, racially ambiguous woman, start fucking her, and put her on a song, put her on a track. You ever seen Love and Hip Hop? That's what they used to do with chicks on Love and Hip Hop. A dude to be a producer, and he'll start fucking a chick, and then she'll be like, I want to sing. All right, I'll put you in the studio. And then have people write for them. This is the reason why, well, one of the many reasons why Cassie can't get over Diddy, because she didn't have talent. And because Diddy was with her, because I'm not gonna say he made her famous, he gave her scraps. She is famous because of Diddy. Diddy made her, and she said in here that Diddy made her. Yeah, Cardi B, racially ambiguous. Same shit. All right, so let's keep going. You had a rough performance on 106 in Park. She says, yes, it didn't go well for me. How did he help you after that? He's raising her. Remember, Diddy is raising her from this to this. Hence why she's on the stand trying to get him off. How did he help you after that? Ventura says, we did a YouTube video. He said, everybody makes mistakes. Estavo, what was wrong? Ventura said, I couldn't hear myself. In other words, she couldn't hear how terrible she was singing. And what happened on 106 in Park, when you are singing on stage, you have to be able to hear yourself. You have to have earbuds in your ear so you can hear yourself, because music is playing, the crowd is roaring, and you need to be able to hear the actual song so you can sing correctly. So she could not hear herself. All right, Diddy trial, week 2, day 4, Cassie Ventura. All right, let's see. I have questions for Ryan Leslie. Wait, is Ryan Leslie a part of this? Combs taught you how to do oral sex. Ventura, yes, he did. Estavo, look at this. Tell me when you're ready. Can you read it? Ventura says, you can read it. It's making me laugh. It's from 2007. So apparently, Estavo is like, can you read this? She's like, you can read it. It's from 2007. It's funny. Estavo says, you wrote, I feel protected. It's over, y'all. It's over. Do y'all realize how pertinent, how important, how impactful that one thing is? Did y'all just hear what I just said? I'm going to say this again. Mr. Combs taught you how to do oral sex. Yes, he did. Look at this. Tell me when you're ready. Can you read it? Cassie says, hey, can you read it? It's making me laugh. It's from 2007. Estavo said, you wrote, I feel protected. I feel protected. How are you trafficked? How are you this sex slave? How are you moving under his thumb? How are you doing things that aren't your will when you turn around and tell this terrible abusive monster I feel protected. She said in messages, I can't wait. I'm going to the store to get some candles. I can't wait for our next freak off. She said, I love you. She said, I miss you. She said, I still love him. All this is in the testimony today. And now she's saying, I feel protected. What's up, Moeezy? She's saying, I feel protected. How can you feel protected and you are this sex slave? Because you're not a slave. You're choosing to do all of this stuff. The Wife School podcast says, baby, you can't have an eggplant in your mouth talking about feeling protected. Actually, you can. I want you to think about what you just said, Stephanie. As a woman, that is when you feel the most protected. Women are sexual. Women are very sexual people. How can you say that, Stephanie? That's when you feel the most protected. When you sucking his dick. Not when you sucking his dick, but when a woman is sucking a man's dick. That's when you feel the most powerful. Because no matter how big and tough a man is, when you sucking his dick, what is he doing? You are in the most control when you're sucking his dick. What are you talking about? So you can have a man's eggplant in your mouth and feel protected. Because that is usually when a man is his most vulnerable. When you're sucking his dick. What are you talking about? Y'all just be lying to yourselves. And it's crazy how y'all be lying to yourselves. When y'all be sucking dick, that is when you feel the most protected and the most powerful. What are you talking about? You are in control of that man, just like you are in control of a stick shift car. You are moving the stick shift. What are you talking about? All right. All right. Gustavo, you wrote, I see that Carrie is better fitting for you. I don't understand what that means, but I'm just going to read it. Gustavo wrote, you wrote, I see that Carrie is better fitting for you. I'm hurt that you think I'm malicious. You're very important to me. Cass Ventura laughed. Cass Ventura. I don't know what that means. Estavo, what are you trying to convey? Ventura, it's like a journal entry. Estavo, you discuss Carrie Morgan. Carrie Morgan is her best friend. And everybody that just came in, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. We are cooking with grease. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Come on in, wipe your feet. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Everybody that just came in, drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. You have to understand it in order to know Mr. Let Go views and stance. IYKK. I like that you keep it real. I'm weak. Wait, what? Wait, Brown Sugar, what is IYKYK? What is IYKYK? What is that? Brown Sugar, I'm trying to figure it out. Everybody who just came in, drop your seat in the chat. Let me know where you at. Brown Sugar, you got to tell me what this means. IYKYK. I used to know, no. In your know. Oh, if you know, you know. Oh. Got it. I'm slow. If you know, you know. IYKK. That's if you know, you know. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. If you know, you know. I got it, Brown Sugar. Okay. I'm slow. All right. So You discussed Carrie Morgan, which is her best friend. You discussed Carrie Morgan. Did you think Mr. Combs was attracted to her? So don't tell me that Sean Combs was smashing her best friend. So let me get back to this. You wrote, I see that Carrie is better fitting for you. I'm hurt that you think I'm malicious. You, hold on, you're very important to me. Damn, she was competing when he was smashing her best friend. Damn, she was in competition with everybody. Shit. Okay, you discussed Carrie Morgan. Did you think Mr. Combs was attracted to her? Ventura, there was a point in the very beginning. Estavo, did that complication carry on in your relationship? Ventura, no, not really. Carrie was just always with us. Combs, Estavo, I'd like to start asking some about freak offs. Sometimes you wore a wig and a mask. Ventura says yes. The general public did not know. Okay, Johnson, objection. Objection. Judge says rephrase that. No one knew until November 2023 in the public. Yes. Estavo, fair to say his career was ruined after your lawsuit. Uh-oh, it's getting good. It is getting good. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Fair to say Diddy's career was ruined after your lawsuit, correct? Ventura, I could understand that. Estavo, let's read these messages. Mr. Combs wrote, when are you on your period? Ventura says, not now. Estavo, what you be thinking about when you horny? I guess this is what they're writing back to each other. What you be thinking about when you horny? Estavo, Miss Ventura, if you don't want to read the answers, I can read them. Ventura says, yes, thank you. Estavo, the O have the O has lots of O's after them, right? I don't know what that means. I guess orgasms? I don't know. But she's talking about period and are you on your period or something? The O has lots of O's after them, right? Does anybody understand what that means? I don't know this. Women, ladies, y'all know what that means? I don't know. Estavo, after a freak off, you'd make love to Mr. Combs, correct? Ventura says yes. Estavo, your period. Mr. Combs is asking you when you're on it, right? Ventura, yes. Estavo, you're asking in context of what to meet up for to have oral sex? I mean, to have sex? Hold on. He's asking in context of when to meet up and have sex, correct? Ventura says, looks like it. Estavo, sometimes you watch him with a female. Ventura, maybe 2 or 3 times. Can the defense summarize all this text? This is what he's writing. I don't talk like this, okay? This is what he's writing. Can the defense summarize all this text messages? He said that, not me. Put all of this in a PowerPoint and go straight to the point. What is this Diddy and company? Cassie being cheeky. I love it. Okay, let's see. All right, let's keep going. Taught you how to do oral sex. Okay. Fair to say, okay, no, we did that. All right, let me bring in some more. Not now. Hold on. Okay. Fair to say his career was ruined after the lawsuit. I read this already, but I'm reading it again for a reason. I could understand that. Let's read those messages Mr. Combs wrote when you're on your period. Not, and Ventura said, not now. What you be thinking about when you horny. Okay. I'm waiting on more text messages. I mean, more tweets. Okay. That is it for now. Let's get back to this video. I'm waiting on more tweets to come in, y'all.
That she can't carry this anymore. The shame, the guilt, the way she was guided to treat people paper and started writing and writing. She says until she had a book. I'm going to read some of my notes for you guys so you can hear her words. She said, I really wanted Sean to read it, to understand. I don't think he understood. She said, I was begging for sorries and I wanted him to understand the pain he put me through. And she goes on to say that she took too much responsibility for the freak-offs, that she would do absolutely anything for him, but that anything never stopped. At this point, she is fully crying. Her face collapses into her hand. According to her testimony, she sends Diddy the book through his assistant, Christina Coram. But she says they didn't take her seriously. They didn't think she would do something like that. So then she had her attorney reach out to his attorney. She also offered him the chance to buy the book rights for $30 million. Why $30 million? She says she doesn't know. She came up with a number that she felt would alert him. But he said no. She never received any money. And she also says she doesn't know if he even read the book. After that, she filed her bombshell lawsuit in November of 2023, which he settled in less than 24 hours for an undisclosed amount. But today, she revealed that amount. She says she settled for $20 million. That lawsuit sparked this criminal investigation. When prosecutors asked her today, why are you testifying in this case? She said that she can't carry this anymore. The shame, the guilt, the way she was guided to treat people like they were disposable. She said what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And she wants to do the right thing. After she was done testifying, I saw a female juror turn to a male juror and mouth, "It's hard to hear," and he nodded in agreement. She then started wiping away tears. There are also a lot of jurors with their hands over their mouths, intently listening. I'm also working on a multi-part series of her testimony. This isn't a part of it. I just wanted to update you as I got out of court. But if you do want to follow along, I'm posting part 4 shortly. It will be in chronological order.
Cassie Ventura confirmed that Jonathan Oddie is one of Diddy's freak-off workers. And this information is huge. Remember in 2018 when he said, I am an S worker for Cassie and Diddy, and everybody thought that this man was crazy? Come to find out, he was actually telling the truth.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate, tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard lots of business. I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued for the herpes and won. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible I threw everything out. It's possible I can produce a copy.
And what's so crazy about all of this is the government was the one to bring out these photos of these workers, and Cassie Ventura was able to confirm that Jonathan Oddie was one. And that means that the government has already probably contacted Jonathan Oddie about this. And it is very likely that Jonathan Oddie could be a witness put on that stand against Diddy, because not only does he have his testimony, he also has direct evidence, because last week, his NDA with Diddy just got leaked to the media. In that video back in 2018, Jonathan Oddie said that he signed an NDA with Diddy after a $5 million settlement. And here's the NDA. As you can see, confidential settlement agreement that happened on July 9th of 2014. Jonathan Oddie, Sean Combs. And what makes this thing even wilder is the fact that Jonathan Oddie was just on the news last night, and he described these freak-offs in detail, and he even said that he was able to record a video of these freak-offs, and this is what actually prompted this NDA. The same thing that we just heard him talk about in the interview. And during that interview in 2018, Jonathan Oddie said it was possible that he could produce a copy of this video. Jonathan Oddie said that he
What's up, Layla? How you doing?
He took this video of this freak-off because when he would go to the freak-offs with Diddy and Cassie, Cassie was so out of it and he was scared during these freak-offs that she might pass away. He said he went and got a secret camera took it with him to these freak-offs, set it on the table, and nobody knew it was a camera, so the whole time it was recording because he was scared if Cassie Ventura passed away due to these substances during the freak-offs, he didn't want it to get turned around on him. And this is exactly why Diddy settled with him for $5 million. Not only did this man say he got an STD, he also had video footage of these freak-offs, and Cassie was to the point where he thought that she might pass away. It was that bad.
Why did you decide to record or video?
Because after she passed out, I decided to record that. So in the event anything worse happened.
Now, this is a little hard to hear, so I'm going to play it. But what he's literally going to say is he filmed him smashing Cassie. She ends up passing out because she's so drugged up. So she's just like this while he's smashing her. And he filmed her just in case she passed away while he was doing that, to keep him from going to jail or whatever, because he'll have proof that he didn't do anything to her. So listen.
So you were beginning to worry about her doing drugs. I mean, like about her dying or him dying or somebody dying from the drugs, and that you would be held responsible. So you brought a video. What? You brought your phone?
No, I had a USB video memory stick done like spy shop, and I put it in a wire on the table, in the living room table of the hotel I was staying at. I filmed it, and it had everything described, and it had her threatening me. But he was telling her what to say. They had an argument. When I left,
It's so hard to hear.
I knew they were paranoid. So I wanted to guarantee my safety. So I texted him and said, hey, if anything happens to me, I got evidence I'm being with you. At the settlement table, there was a lot of irregularities, okay? It was my first settlement.
And the crazy part about this all is Jonathan Oddie is still in jail for the crime that he committed in 2018 at the Trump Hotel. He went there and was going crazy, throwing weapons up in the air, if you can catch what I mean. And this is where the first interview came to light during the police interviewing Jonathan Oddie. And this is when he said everything about Diddy and Cassie back in 2018. And what makes me think that Jonathan Oddie is probably a witness and is probably most definitely going to testify is the fact that his case is still ongoing. This man has never been sentenced, and he's been in there since 2018. It's starting in 2024. They start talking about plea agreements, which we know is the same time around this investigation that they were doing against Diddy. Since 2024, it has continued to just get pushed out longer and longer and longer, and they still haven't sentenced this man for his crimes in 2018.
So we don't know why he's actually in there, but sometimes you can be in jail and be awaiting trial for years. And that's what's happening. He's just in jail awaiting trial. And this shit is crazy.
His case is still ongoing. This man has never been sentenced, and he's been in there since 2018. It's starting in 2024. They start.
Yo, I want y'all to think about this, man. That's almost 10 years. He's been in jail for almost 10 years and has not even been proven guilty. God damn.
So I texted him and said, hey, if anything happens to me, I got evidence I'm being with you. Okay? It was my first settlement.
And the crazy part about this all is Jonathan Oddie is still in jail for the crime that he committed in 2018 at the Trump Hotel. He went there and was going crazy, throwing weapons up in the air, if you can catch what I mean. And this is where the first interview came to light during the police interviewing Jonathan Oddie. And this is when he said everything about Diddy and Cassie back in 2018. And what makes me think that Jonathan Oddie is probably a witness and is probably most definitely going to testify is the fact that his case is still ongoing. This man has never been sentenced, and he's been in there since 2018. It's starting in 2024. They start talking about plea agreements, which we know is the same time around this investigation that they were doing against Diddy. Since 2024, it has continued to just get pushed out longer and longer and longer, and they still haven't sentenced this man for his crimes in 2018. That's literally 7 whole years. So the fact that they're doing this weird thing with his case and he hasn't been sentenced, and right before this, it talked about a plea deal of some kind, and it just keeps getting pushed out longer and longer. And now knowing he actually does have evidence and maybe even a video like he talked about in 2018 makes me think some way, somehow, Jonathan Oddie is going to be one of those people that definitely ends up on that stand testifying against Diddy, because not only is his testimony a lot and the prior police interview a lot, he has that NDA, and he even might have that video of Cassie looking terrible and looking like she might pass away during this freak off. This is absolutely huge, but y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Cassie detailed another incident that happened in LA. She said she was speaking to a producer about her music, and that's when Diddy accused her of being a... Cassie said she was intoxicated and she punched him. That prompted Diddy to not only beat her, but stomp her in the face while she was on the floor of the Escalade. When they got to the house, she jumped out of the car and tried to run across the street, but Diddy's security caught up to her and brought her into the house. When she eventually looked at her face, she couldn't even recognize herself. She said there were knots and bleeding, swollen everything, and I looked horrible. Another incident was when Diddy beat her after a party at an LA club, and she told him she needed to get out of the house and be in a hotel. She testified that security covered her up and snuck her into a hotel, and she stayed there for a little over a week. And for those who like to stupidly comment, well, why didn't she leave? She said she didn't have the resources and she didn't feel safe to do so. In her own words, I understood Sean's capabilities, his access to guns, and the threats that he made prior to that. When it comes to her mom, she said she never told her mom the truth because she was ashamed. She did testify that her mom once reached out to her to ask her if a blind item she read was about her. She had to ask because, of course, the blind item doesn't include names. She said, I didn't want to put my mother in danger of knowing anything to that magnitude. She talked about another frightening night where she went to a party without telling Diddy, and Prince was there performing. Diddy showed up and she ran.
Okay. So now I'm going to read these tweets. There's some more tweets that came in. And now we're going to talk about how Diddy tried to blank Drake. There was an alleged hit out on Drake. We're about to talk about that in a second. Let me read these tweets. All right. And I'm getting my information from Inner City Press. Okay, let's see. Okay, more. Okay, here we go. Inner City Press. Estavo, if he suspected you of cheating, he'd call you insensitive. Okay. If Diddy suspected you of cheating, he'd call you what is that? Incessantly. I don't know what that means. He'll call you a lot. In other words, Ventura, that was one of the reasons. Estavo, because he thought prosecution objection, that's sustained. And next is Combs Estavo. You said Mr. Combs often put you down. but he also sent you encouragement and called you a queen, right? Ventura says yes. Sidebar. Estavo, what would trigger Mr. Combs' incessant calling you? Incessant calls to you. Ventura, anger, doubt about where I was. Okay, so now I want to play this video because I think this is absolutely crazy. Yesterday, Cassie, hold on. Why does he look like he is in a hospital robe? You talk about him. This is what they wear. Sometimes they wear hospital robe looking like outfits when you're in jail. So yeah. Sometimes it's orange, sometimes it's purple, sometimes it's green. So all right. So you just in time, Leticia. So y'all check this out.
This revealed exactly why.
And shout out to Poetic Flacco. This content creator right here, his name is Poetic Flacco. Shout out to him. He works for Adam 22. So check this out.
This Diddy trial just revealed exactly why Diddy was in LA trying to hire goons to take out Drake. It's insane. We finally got the full story, bro. We know exactly why Diddy hated Drake, and it wasn't over no songs or no beat, bro, as Diddy would try to make it appear to be. Now, before we can get into what took place today, let's just rewind a little bit and give you guys a history of this Drake and Diddy beef. Now, this is part one where we do dive deep and sort of entertain the idea that this was over the song and a beat because Diddy said it was. But just ignore that and just look at the attempts that Diddy made on Drake's life. And then once we get past that, we're going to go to part two where we really break down what took place today in trial and what the real reason that Diddy was trying to hunt Drake throughout LA. Diddy put a hit out on Drake, but Drake survived by making this really smart decision. Stay with me. This is not clickbait at all. So by now, everybody already knows on the early mornings of December 8th, 2014, at a VMA after party, Diddy put hands and feet on Drake. See, the beatdown was so ferocious that Diddy sent Drake to the emergency room.
He's done battle with Brown, but did Drake take on Diddy? Talks Daniel Graham joins us now with more. What's going on?
Well, yeah, you kind of said it there, Bev. There are reports from Miami that late or early hours Monday morning, Diddy and Drake got in a fight outside of a nightclub. They are both there for the Art Basel Festival. And MTV has confirmed an eyewitness that says, yes, a fight went down.
So there's a reason why we're talking about this right here, because Cassie literally talked about this yesterday, and it's a possibility that Cassie was fucking Drake. And because Cassie was fucking Drake, Diddy tried to murk Drake. And if you think that is far-fetched, think about this. Tupac dead, Biggie dead. If Drake would not have done what he did, Drake would be dead. So just in case you're thinking like, no, I can't imagine Diddy killing somebody. Diddy possibly got rid of Tupac and Biggie. And Drake was about to die too. So that's the reason why we're talking about this. It's over Cassie.
Diddy allegedly hitting Drake, not knocking him out, but hitting him quite hard. And the quote was clocked him. Rick Ross's DJ tweeted that Drake ended up in the hospital.
Now, despite Diddy going out of his way to deny an altercation took place.
Like, what made you put hands on Drake?
I did not put hands on Drake.
Oh.
And I do not want any problems with Drake.
50 Cent will confirm that this indeed happened and that Diddy put the pause on Drake over a dispute over the 0 to 100 beat.
Puff can't even hear a hit. I know he can't. He couldn't.
Puff can't hear a hit? That's kind of crazy, Fifth.
He still hear things from back then, that time period.
Oh, got you now.
Right.
Okay. Got you.
He can't buy the right. He can't. You play it for him right now, and it's hot. He can't buy it. This is why he's fighting Drake.
when he hit Drake because he used the beat that he didn't actually
0
use
to
yet.
100.
Right, you see what I'm saying? So if he heard it and then he heard Drake's use it, but it wasn't a hit yet until Drake put the lines on the record.
Here's what makes Diddy going on a Breakfast Club in 2015 and denying that he had an issue with Drake. You see, August of 2015 is when Diddy went on a Breakfast Club. August of 2015, Diddy had an active hit. Diddy put a bag on Drake's head for any gangster in LA to claim it.
About how you found out that they're trying to set up Drake in LA at one point. What exactly was that about?
That was about like him and Diddy were beefing.
So one thing we're learning about Diddy as of late.
So y'all listen to this, because what they're saying is the game is the person that saved Drake's life. Watch this.
Is that Diddy is a sociopath, man. The man is insane. I believe that Diddy and King Von was cut from the same cloth, but Diddy just had $1 billion to really play ball. King Von was just a savage, yo. They both, to me, right, had the lust for blood. Cause Diddy was moving crazy. We seen he blew up Kid Cudi's like cars in the cribs.
Forgot about that. He blew up Kid Cudi's car because of Cassie. Tupac is dead and Biggie is dead. So Drake was literally about to be next.
So Drake understood, though, that for him to survive in LA as a non-affiliate, he had to cozy up to some real gangsters. So Drake decided he was going to cozy up to the game and seek protection from the game against Diddy.
Right? They had a little beef over something in Miami outside of Liv.
I think Diddy allegedly assaulted him or something. I think it was over the start from the bottom beat, where I guess it's supposed to go to Diddy and Drake took it and something silly like that.
But there were like calls, going around LA, and it was like, Drake here, Drake there, who will run up on him. I'm not saying it, it didn't come from Diddy directly, but LA get tricky. So, when there are beefs and they are here, no matter who it is, like there's certain people that are gonna get called, and I'm one of those people. So, I had privy, Drake to a little information. Like I said, I don't know where it came from, but I always, it's like my brother. So I hit him. I told him like, yo, this is what it is, but I got you. We over here, and I'm pretty heavy. So, we straight.
If you read in between the lines, then you caught on, right? The game said the hit on Drake's head was a consequence from his beef with Diddy, but the game being a certified street dude who was thorough, he knew he was saying a little too much, so he cleaned it up and said, hey, I can't say if it came directly from Diddy or not. I just knew I had my boys back. But protection ain't free ball and cough up something. So that record that Diddy put the hit out on Drake and all OVO members.
Y'all hear that, right? Diddy put a hit out on Drake and all OVO members. So let's read this real quick.
On his verse, the game will rap that he was actually contacted initially to set Drake up, but he decided he was going to protect his mans. He rapped, ninjas called me to set you up, want me to come and wet you up because you were out of town ninja like Biggie, the Diddy reference. Heard about the shit with Diddy, so I came through to vest you up, and I got a vest for 40, a vest for Hush, a vest for every ninja with an owl on his chest. And what? I got LA.
Every nigga with an owl as in OVO on his chest.
Unify you. Better off committing suicide. Teachers ain't testing us. See, I know how it feel to be black. Better off committing.
Yo, he said we unify. You better off committing suicide. That's a bar.
40, a vest for Hush, a vest for every ninja with an owl on his chest. And what? I got LA Unify. You better off committing suicide. Teachers ain't testing us. See, I know how it feel to be platinum plus. Ninjas is jealous of you, so they try to wrap you up, tax you up, but it's OVO blood money. That man Diddy is a dangerous dude, bro. Which makes sense as to how Diddy was able to survive living in LA at the height of the East Coast and West Coast beef. Diddy was beefing with Suge Knight while living in LA, and he lived and he was untouched. Yo, Diddy is a chess maker and he's a real Don Gordon, bro. A bad man. Now, it kind of makes sense as well as to why Drake was so paranoid and on edge during the video shoot. Whack 100 would tell a story on Clubhouse as to how, like, Drake got so spooked out.
All right, so let's go speed a little past this.
Yo, like the smartest move that Drake made was to align himself with the game and some gang members in LA. And that was how Drake was able to survive the hit that Diddy put on him in 2015. Let's fast forward to 2025. Diddy is currently in federal custody. He's currently at trial, being accused of egg trafficking Cassie and another woman he was dating. Cassie was back on the stand today testifying against Diddy. During her redirect, Cassie dropped a nugget that revealed and gave us more insight in this Drake and Diddy beef that a lot of us had no clue about. A lot of us was under the perception of Diddy was trying to hurt Drake because Drake stole a song from him. That's not the case at all. And Cassie sort of like dropped the bomb. This here blew the entire case open. The prosecutors for the U.S. asked Cassie, where was she going that ignited Diddy to come over and violate her? Cassie would say to a music festival in Canada run by Drake. She was going to OVO Fest. Sean came to my home and tried to blank me. I was thrown into the bed frame. And they showed proof, like a picture. And it was a picture of Cassie's eye. And they asked her, who took you to the doctor? She said, D-Rock. Diddy, you wrong for laying a hand on that woman, bro. I wouldn't have allowed my girl to go to no OVO Fest either, bro. All right? Especially if I'm not the best boyfriend to her, bro. Like, she took, homie. Bro, she go to OVO Fest as Cassie, she took, homie. But you should have let her get took, bro. You weren't good to her. Now, my girlfriend,
So y'all hear that, right? She went to OVO Fest. Diddy started allegedly smashing Cassie, and because the game was protecting Drake, Drake did not die, but it was a hit put out on Drake. But Diddy is East Coast. You can't come on the West Coast trying to murk somebody when you got the West Coast helping you.
I'm not putting my hands on my girl. I'm just breaking up with her. I'm just dumping her, right, bro? You go to OVO Fest, bro, by yourself. You coming home single, bro. Might as well move out, pack your stuff, and get out, bro. We not kicking it afterwards, but you go to OVO Fest to kick it with Drake. You took.
It's over.
Now, this testimony by Cassie draws my opinion back to a Lil Duval tweet.
And this is another thing, y'all. How y'all spend so much time out to be a victim. She done allegedly fucked Drake. Like, and I know Diddy was doing all kinds of crazy stuff too, but at the same time, she was smashed. She was sleeping with other dudes too. So she wasn't this total victim like y'all think she is.
He tweeted out after the Drake and Diddy incident happened. And a lot of us thought Lil Duval was just making a joke. But no, he wasn't making a joke. He was being dead serious. Lil Duval tweeted out, I heard Diddy swung on Drake in Miami for saying hello to Cassie. This makes a lot of sense. Diddy knew that Drake was trying to take his girl. And Drake will even rap about trying to take his girl. And we're going to review those lyrics shortly. Those lyrics are from 4 p.m. in Calabasas. We'll review that shortly because we knew that was a Diddy diss track. But now looking back and reading the lyrics, it opened up our eyes to a lot of things. But here's what's really crazy. Diddy did all that huffing and puffing. Diddy put that much energy in trying to stop Cassie from going to OVO Fest. And guess what she did after she got her eye blacked out? You know what she did? She got on that flight and went to OVO Fest anyway. So listen.
She still went to OVO Fest.
and look what you did to me.
So shout out to Mo Easy. Mo Easy said Tory Lanez has a petition. For anybody that doesn't know, Tory Lanez has been innocent through this whole time, and the proof has finally came out. Everyone can sign for his release or on CaldwellInstitute.org on the direct website change.org. Yeah, let's get this man out of jail. Let me start this. I need to come back to this.
AUSA says in this photo.
Thank you for saying that, Moeezy.
Where were you? She says I was in a green room in Toronto. Oh, she went there. Yeah,
she went.
She still went to the 6. Yeah. This got to be before Diddy tried to beat the shit out of Drake. Yeah, nigga, why are you partying with my bitch? Oh yeah, she definitely went to Toronto. Okay.
Damn.
Yo, he beat her ass. He still went to Toronto. Oh my God. 2013.
He beat her ass.
2013.
She still
Look
went
at
to
this picture.
Toronto.
We kind of got it, chat. Look, last night the internet was buzzing with the rumor that Drake had signed Diddy's boo to his October's very own imprint. Nicole Bitch reported that a media-based newsletter, blah, 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 blah. Cassie, blah, 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 blah. Let's get to it. She supposedly signed, so this was a rumor. The chatter is simply internet buzz. Cassie's teaming up with Drake. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. When was this picture taken? Chad? I knew that nigga knocked Drake out.
I'm just here to show y'all Cassie is not a victim. Cassie had the opportunity to leapfrog from one rich man to another rich man. Bishop's office. What the hell is this? She had the opportunity to leapfrog from one rich man to another rich man, possibly. So she was over here with Drake right after Diddy beat her ass. She could have stayed over there. She chose to go back to Diddy. She just did that to get Diddy to see her. She didn't smash or let Drake smash her because she wanted Drake. She did it in order to get Diddy's attention. She keeps doing things to get Diddy's attention.
It wasn't over no goddamn beat. Like, the beat was probably the last straw, but that nigga Drake tried his bitch, bro.
Looking back now, how Drake been moving with almost all these other industry dudes, girls, bro. How we know for sure Drake been piping out people.
Hey, Wendy, what's going on?
Wives and girlfriends, bro. Drake deserved to get punched in his eye. Cassie didn't. Drake deserved to get that head up from Diddy, bro. Bro, you.
Jody said that's what children do. Women are children. Women are children. Can you believe all this? Yeah, Wendy. Hey, send me a DM of any information you have, Wendy. I know you be having all the extra stuff.
Find my girl out, bro. You trying to sign my girl, knowing she signed to me, man. Knowing this is how I got my girl.
Drake was about to sign her. He was already fucking her. He was about to sign her to a damn record deal, y'all.
You trying to weasel her the same?
And Cassie ain't even got no damn talent.
Same way I weasel her, bro. But it looks like, Drake was privy to information that a lot of us didn't know at the time. But Cassie confided in Drake with a lot because Drake was dropping subliminals on records about Diddy.
Was.
Drake raps, domestic blank, that man is not a man for you. He's a pathetic excuse. Lying through your teeth, scared of letting your skeletons loose. But you stick around because who out there that's better for you?
Damn. So she over there pillow talking with Drake, telling all of Diddy's business, and Drake crazy ass is out here dissing Diddy subliminally after fucking Cassie. So how can you say Cassie is innocent? How can you say Cassie is a victim? Cassie out here fucking everybody. Like, come on, y'all. Diddy is a piece of shit, yeah, but Cassie is also a piece of shit. Sorry.
Bro, Drake was talking about Diddy the whole time, man. We all knew for years that 4 p.m. in Calabasas was a Diddy diss track. Bro, this man used a Diddy beat, used a Diddy cadence. This was clearly a Diddy diss track.
I gotta listen to 4 p.m. in Calabasas, Drake YouTube. I'm gonna listen to this.
Like, but a lot of us didn't know to the extent of exactly which bars was towards Diddy. But now this Cassie situation is going on. As we look back, it's clear as day, right? Drake talked about the Diddy and Cassie situation on 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
All you self-promoters is janky. Oh, come on. Stop with the ad, bro. We established at the Yankees, we moving Milton, but you the one tanking. No limit to where I could take it. And you know me as a Chris bottle sender, check picker-upper. I thought we looked out for one another. Saw us all as brothers in a struggle, too blessed to be humble. I guess it's different in the city I come from.
On 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
All you self-promoters.
Hold on, man. That was a dope ad. That was a line right there. Listen.
This is janky. Oh, come on. Stop with the ad, bro. We established at the Yankees, we moving Milton, but you the one tanking. No limit to where I could take it.
You the one tanking. We got no limit to where we can take it. That was dope.
And you know me as a Chris bottle sender, check picker-upper. I thought we looked out for one another. Saw us all as brothers in a struggle, too blessed to be humble. I guess it's different in the city I come from. All of a sudden, I got people showing how they truly resent me. They hold demeanor just spells envy. They trying to tempt me. The higher I get, the less they accept me. Even
hold on.
OG's trying to press me. Ha, 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 ha. No way out. All alluding to Diddy, because I'm already in.
No way out.
I'm not attending when I do a show and get a ticket. Good business. Can clean millions. I got divisions. I've been had hits since No Scrubs and No Pigeons. Even back when I wasn't popping. When they told me to take an R&B on the road and I told them I drew for Kendrick and Rocky. Snakes. I try to make the right choices with the world watching. Mike never tried to rap like Pac. Pac never tried to sing like Mike. Those my dad's words to me when I asked him how to make it in life. And I always said my mother gave the greatest advice. Look at me now. They look at me as the golden child. Can't nobody hold me down. Certain shit is just too wild to reconcile. Take that. No love in my heart, so they fake that. DiCaprio level, the way they play that. Damn, what is that? Y'all don't hear no songs that hit my phone like you did that. Didn't even hit my line where you been at. Is always on some shit like, oh, okay, he's talking about Diddy here. Oh, bingo, where my bitch at? Got him. Drake, you.
Where my bitch at? That last part right there. Where my
like you did that. Didn't even hit my line where you been at. Is always on some shit like, oh, okay, he's talking about Diddy here. Oh, bingo, where my bitch at? Got him. Drake, you. Drake, you, man. Drake, I see why these after 20V want you. He says, they don't hit my phone like you did that. They even hit my phone, or they even hit my phone like you been where you been at. It's always on some shit like, can I get a favor? Could you write a song for me? Which 0 to 100, or where's my bitch at? She's in the 6 getting piped at the embassy.
Drake rapping.
I am not here to discredit Cassie. I am here to wake y'all up so y'all can see that some of these women are not no goddamn victims. Cassie is not a victim. Cassie wanted Diddy. Cassie left Diddy and started dating Drake. She could have stayed with Drake if she was this sex slave. I'm a sex slave. Oh, I can't leave. You over here with a whole nother nigga. How are you this slave when you over here with a whole nother nigga? You got these dudes beefing with each other. Diddy is literally trying to murk Drake. And then here you go, you come back. And he lets you back. I'm just saying. Shout out to Empowered Wendy. Let's play Follow the Leader. We all do a little. Yes. Thank you, Wendy. Drop a super chat. If you're enjoying this live stream, drop a super chat or drop a Cash App. Cash App is $AARON 1000. Thank you so much. Drop a super chat Drop a Cash App. All right. So let's get back to these tweets. Yo, all I'm saying is, y'all, Cassie is not this damn she is not this little victim that y'all play. What song? Moeezy, you said play the song. Play what song? What song I play? Oh, I can't play the 4 p.m. in Calabasas. I my streaming get taken down. So no, I can't play music. So no, you talking about 4 p.m. in Calabasas, right? I can't play it. So because YouTube will remove my stream, so I cannot play the song. Sorry, but no. So all right, back to the tweets, y'all. 13 minutes ago, 27 minutes ago. All right. You said Mr. Combs often will put you down, but he also sent you encouragement and called you a queen, right? All right. So that was the first one. All right. Estavo, did Mr. Combs' mood depend on whether or not he was withdrawing from opiates? Ventura says he was more irritable, I would say, when he was not on drugs. Estafo. What other drugs was Mr. Combs addicted to? Objection. No foundation. Judge, I'll ask if I want the grounds. Judge, okay, I'll ask if I want the grounds. Okay, I got it. Okay, Estavo. You said Mr. Combs would often put you down, but okay, we got that already. All right, so we over here now. All right, let's see. I got two different people. All right, fair to say his career. Oh, that's it. Why they ain't talk about nothing else? I guess it's over already. The testimony is over already. Okay, so I got more information. All right, so this information just came in, y'all. So this right here is breaking news. Everybody hit the like button. This is breaking news.
Day 4. They just started now. Gloves are off. Defense, prosecution, they're going at each other. Apparently, the defense emailed prosecutors 400 exhibits that they want to introduce over these next 2 days. And the prosecution is like, we can't take this. It's 400. This is too much. They can't keep doing this. But the defense has a good argument, I think. They're like, look, she just gave 2 days worth of testimony. We've been working at night to cross-examine her. We're there to...
Everybody type breaking news in the chat. Everybody type breaking news in the chat. And everybody drop popcorn emojis in the chat. So drop popcorn emojis in the chat and drop breaking news in the chat.
3 in the morning. It's not like we had this plan before. So gloves are off. They're going back and forth. But let's start.
Hold on. What she said about 3 in the morning?
Okay. Diddy trial day 4. They just started now. Gloves are off. Defense, prosecution, they're going at each other. Apparently, the defense emailed prosecutors 400 exhibits that they want to introduce over these next 2 days. And the prosecution is like, we can't take this. It's 400. This is too much. They can't keep doing this. But the defense has a good argument, I think. They're like, look, she just gave 2 days worth of testimony. We've been working at night to cross-examine her. We're there till 3 in the morning. It's not like we had this plan before. So gloves are off. They're going back and forth. But let's start. So Ms. Ventura, you loved Mr. Combs, correct? I did.
Yeah.
For 11 years, you took care of him. Ventura, in some ways. You called him larger than life. Ventura, I did. Others called him Diddy or Puff Daddy, but you called him Sean, right? Yes. You knew a version of him that the rest of the world couldn't see. Objection, overruled. Ventura, in ways, kept coming back to him for 11 years. I wouldn't say coming back. You believed he loved you. Ventura, I did believe he loved me. So when he cheated on you, it hurt? Not every time. Bring in the defense's exhibit. Objection, not in evidence. Judge, that's true. This is not in evidence. Miss Ventura, read it to yourself. Why did you send this message? To let him know I was going to dinner. What was going on when these messages were sent? Ventura, I'm not sure. Where were you going in your relationship then? Ventura, it was early. We were loving.
It's more coming. It's more coming. Give me a second. Pause. Give me a second.
I offer it another
I'm catching some people up.
exhibit. Objection being offered for the truth. Overruled. Please read, Ventura. I wrote, I love you, smiley face. I'll fly anywhere for you. Love you, Cass. This 2009 email. Objection, hearsay. Mr. Stavo, ask more questions. From BlackBerry, what is BG? BG is baby girl. The prosecution is going to object almost everything. So please bear with me as I'm like reading the objections, because they received these exhibits that they want to present and they're just going to be objecting it because they just got it and they haven't been approved, but the defense is going to try. The defense is going to try. So it just started. She's answering very basic questions, but they clearly here want to establish how much love she had for him.
Here's the latest update from inside the courtroom. Cassie is back on the stand. She's being cross-examined by Diddy's defense team. She's calm, but you can tell that she is under pressure. She's holding prayer beads.
Can y'all hear this? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this. Because if y'all can't, I'll tell you what she says. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all cannot hear this. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this. Put a 2 in the chat if you can't hear this. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear this. Are y'all able to hear it? Yes or no? 1 in the chat, you cannot. Put a 2 in the chat. Well, just say yes or no. I'm sorry. I'm confusing my goddamn self. Say yes or no. Can you hear this? Yes or no? Get all this one stuff. Okay, so y'all can hear it. Okay. All right, then back it up. Just make sure.
Going to try. The defense is going to try. So it just started. She's answering very basic questions, but they clearly here want to establish how much love she had for him.
Here's the latest update from inside the courtroom.
This is the latest update from inside the courtroom.
Cassie is back on the stand.
Cassie is back on the stand.
She's being cross-examined by Diddy's defense team.
She's being cross-examined by Diddy defense team.
She's calm, but you can tell that she is under pressure.
She's calm, but she seems like she's under pressure.
Holding prayer beads.
She's holding prayer beads.
And what looks like a small purple stress cube.
And a small purple stress cube. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Everybody hit the thumbs up button.
In her hand. She's also just weeks away from giving birth.
She's also just weeks away from giving birth.
Today, the jury saw more text messages between her and Sean Diddy Combs.
The jury has saw more text messages between Diddy and Cassie.
These were from August of 2009.
These are from August 2009.
They were quite graphic. The messages showed them planning what Diddy called a freak-off.
They showed Diddy and Cassie planning a freak-off. And we talked about this, right? And in the text messages, she sounds excited for the freak-off. She's like, ooh, I can't wait. Yeah, let's go. I love you. I miss you. She said all that stuff in the text messages. She wasn't a slave.
Drug-fueled sexual encounters he allegedly arranged. One message reads,
No, she arranged. She's the one who went to the store and bought candles. She's the one who rented the room. She did a lot of this stuff.
want to call him and feel him out. Another says, call him now, please. The defense is using these texts to suggest that the relationship was consensual.
Yes.
But Cassie says there's more to the story. And the jury, they're seeing it all unfold in real time. So the question is, how will they interpret these messages? Follow for more updates. The cross-examination is far from over. Here's the newest part of testimony from Cassie. Cassie told the jury that she never wanted Diddy's employees to know about the freak-offs.
Okay, y'all can hear this now, right? Say yes or no if y'all can hear this part. She's a little louder. Say yes if you can hear this. Say no if you cannot.
Those drug-fueled
Damn, y'all can't hear this? Okay. She's saying right here that she didn't want Diddy's employees to know about the freak offs.
And sometimes enter during their stays, but she doesn't recall any staff walking in during the actual events.
She is so worried about being embarrassed by outside people knowing that she likes to get peed in the mouth. That's more or less what she's saying.
Cassie also confirmed that she and Diddy had conversations about the swingers lifestyle and eventually visited Schmeck's clubs together. But she made a clear distinction. Related in a sexual way, yeah, but they're very different. Then came a shift in tone.
Yo, Brown Sugar, I know I might sound dumb by saying this, but you're playing this video on your TV. That makes me feel like special because I never really thought about that. Some of y'all are playing this on your actual TV and not your phone. Thank you, Brown Sugar. That makes me feel special. Send me, if anybody is playing this video on your TV, can y'all take a picture of me being on the TV and DM it to me? Like that's very special to me. Really, Dion? Y'all take a picture of me being on y'all TV for me. That's just special. I never really thought about y'all playing on y'all TV. Like, I didn't know. I'm sure you can, but I don't play YouTube on my TV, but I'm sure I can because it's something called YouTube TV is an app. So yeah, y'all take a picture of me being on y'all TV. That's special. I appreciate y'all. That's really nice. I never thought about that. I'm on TV.
Pence asked Cassie if her lawsuit filed in late 2023 ruined Diddy's career by bringing freak-offs into the public. Cassie replied, I could understand that. She was also asked to confirm her earlier statement that she feared Diddy might release tapes of their encounters, and that fear was part of why she didn't feel safe saying no. So what happens when fear, privacy, and
Actually, no, because there was testimony yesterday that she said she was out somewhere and somebody walked up to her and told her that somebody is sharing videos of her being ran through. So she knew that people were like, it was a tape. There was tapes of her being just circulated about her in the freak offs. Everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the thumbs up button.
all collide in the public eye. Follow for the next update. We're still heating up. She just read her own sexually explicit messages aloud to the jury. Defense attorney Anna Estevao is having her read them word by word, while Estevao reads Diddy's parts out loud. The judge allowed it. In one message, Cassie wrote, I want it and I want to give you the same. I just think I have.
See? More proof that she wanted it. How can you say I want it and then say I was coerced? Listen to it again. Listen again.
Parts out loud. The judge allowed it. In one message, Cassie wrote, I want it and I want to give you the same. I just think I have to trust you beyond it just being sexual. She continued, I need to feel safe, like home, like this is my husband, the only man who gets this side of me. But then her tone shifts.
My Instagram is right here. I am _ Mr. Let Go. Just send it to my DM. Thank y'all so much. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cassie is a freak. So send me if you're watching on your television, take a picture of me being on your television and send it to I am_Mr. Lego. Just type in Mr. Lego. I have 2 Instagram pages. I'll see both of them. Just send me the picture of you, because I don't know, that just makes me feel special.
The last time was a mistake. It made me feel dirty and grimy. That's why I go back and forth. She said that when they were in love, it felt right, but now she feared she was just the girlfriend he acted out fantasies with. The jury also saw an older.
She felt like she was just a girlfriend that she was able to act out friendship. I mean, he was able to act out fantasies with. But that's literally what Cassie was. He never loved Cassie.
Email sent in 2007 where Cassie talked about falling fast, dreaming of a future, and also feeling like he didn't trust her. She wrote, "I'm dramatic, disrespectful, and somehow you just don't trust me." Cassie said she was often the one being open, that the communication was a one-way street. But what impact will hearing her words spoken out loud in her own voice have on the jury? Follow for more updates. This trial is far from over.
Cassie Ventura is back on the witness stand today for cross-examination, and this is Diddy's trial day 4. And the latest update from the courthouse is that the judge abruptly calls for a recess as explicit messages are shown. And they say the judge just abruptly called for the court to go into a 10-minute recess after Cassie could be seen whispering to him. And this sudden recess came just after Combs' attorneys were showing the court explicit emails and texts between her and Combs from 2009. An extremely graphic message from Ventura to Combs drew an objection from the prosecutors, which the judge sustained. The emails and texts appear to be an effort on behalf of Combs' attorneys to undermine Ventura's repeated claims that she did not want to participate in the freak-offs. But let's talk about what went down before this. The defense attempts to blunt some of the horrific details of Diddy's abuse towards Cassie by trying to paint a lovely picture of a couple in love. The defense was showing evidence of the better days of their relationship. According to a message that Diddy sent on August 12th of 2009 to Cassie, he said, "I love you so much, it makes me cry." Then they show an email from April 4th of 2010 where Diddy said his relationship with Cassie meant everything to him. He wrote, "Love my baby, I love you so much, it consumes my life, how it happened." Cassie responded, "I wonder the same thing. Who was I before we decided to be together?" When asked why she spent so much time with Diddy, Cassie responded, "Because I fell in love with him. He was charismatic."
Who was I before we decided to get together? Or who am I after we are no longer together? The answer is nobody. You can't go be with somebody as intense as Diddy and go get with a good guy. You're going to hate your life.
Big personality, larger than life. The beginning of the relationship was really fast-paced, scary.
See,
Said his
larger than
relationship
life.
with Cassie meant everything to him. He wrote, "Love my baby, I love you so much, it consumes my life, how it happened." Cassie responded, "I wonder the same thing. Who was I before we decided to be together?" When asked why she spent so much time with Diddy,
Nobody.
Cassie responded, "Because I fell in love with him. He was charismatic, big personality, larger than life. The beginning of the relationship was really fast-paced, scary, but the more time I spent with him, his real personality came out. Sweet, attentive." And she also acknowledged that at the beginning of the relationship, the pair was reluctant to be public about their romance. The defense goes on to try to make it seem like Cassie was a willing participant of the freak-off parties. Cassie
Thank you, Javon Riggins. Thank you. I appreciate you. I just seen the picture. Thank you so much.
She testified that she wanted to please Combs at the start of the relationship, so she agreed to take part in these freak-offs. And that is when Diddy's lawyers produce a series of texts and emails in which Cassie discusses the freak-offs, including one where she writes, "I'm always ready to freak off, LOL." And even though in the beginning of the relationship, Diddy had 6 children of his own, Ventura admitted in emails that she wants to have a child with him. The defense must think that people don't understand what an abusive relationship is. Yes, there's love in that relationship, but there's much more to it. And I don't know how they want to try to paint her as a willing participant when she was drugged out of her mind. And if anyone is still asking
She
why
drugged
did she
herself out of her mind. Shut the hell up. I'm sick of these goddamn women always trying to paint somebody out to be a goddamn victim. She drugged herself out of her goddamn mind. What are you talking about?
That she wanted to please Combs at the start of the relationship, so she agreed to take part in these freak-offs. And that is when Diddy's lawyers produce a series of texts and emails in which Cassie discusses the freak-offs, including one where she writes, "I'm always ready to freak off, LOL." And even though in the beginning of the
See, I'm always ready to freak off, LOL. I'm always ready to freak off. I'm always ready to freak off. Thank you, LS Dan, I appreciate you. You just sent this is so beautiful. That is crazy. Yo, I just never thought that I would be on TV, and y'all are showing me that I'm on TV. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Margaret. Everybody's sending me pictures of me being on y'all TV. That makes me feel so good. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. That makes me feel so special.
relationship, Diddy had 6 children of his own. Ventura admitted in emails that she wants to have a child with him. The defense must think that people don't understand what an abusive relationship is. Yes, there's love in that relationship, but there's much more to it. And I don't know how they want to try to paint her as a willing participant when she was drugged out of her mind.
She was drugged.
And if anyone is still asking why did she stay, I'm gonna need you to shut up. It is
Thank you, Jeanette. I appreciate you.
clear as day that Cassie was a victim of a beyond abusive relationship. I am surprised that Cassie is still here today. Hearing
These goddamn women. These goddamn women. It's so sad. Women are so delusional. This shit is hilarious, actually. She literally read out how, thank you, pretty kitty. I appreciate you. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you, pretty kitty. Y'all are making my day. Everybody's just watching me on TV. That is crazy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, A Sister's Love. All right, so let's keep going.
everything that she went through, she's a survivor who already settled with Diddy, mind you, so she does not need to be here reliving the worst days of her life while she is pregnant, while her husband is sitting in that courtroom. My heart breaks for Cassie, and honestly, I think she is one of the strongest people.
No, she's one of the drug addictest people. She's a fucking drug addict prostitute. Sorry. I want Diddy to go to jail. I want Diddy to go to jail. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. So, yeah. Cassie was in with it all. Like, she was a part of it. So let's look at the list of things that Cassie did. She went on Craigslist and got escorts. She went on Backpage and got escorts. She said in a text message that I can't wait to have more freak-offs. She went to the stores and bought candles for the freak-offs. She cheated on Diddy with Drake. Diddy beat her ass, and she still went to Toronto to visit Drake. Started a back and forth beef with her and Drake, where Drake almost got killed. There was another thing that happened. I'm trying to remember what else happened. I'll just play this. This is another part
But
of
get
what
this,
happened.
she said she met with Diddy outside of that one more time, and they ended up having sex willingly. And they were like, the prosecutor's like, why would you do
She left her husband to go be with Diddy.
that? And she was like, I wanted to see the best in him. And you know the weird thing is the way she explained it, I get the fact she didn't want to be
Shout out to Tisa Tales.
she didn't want to be a victim. And in her mind, if
She's on the stage, on the stand, proving to the jurors, I'm not a victim. She's not a victim of sex trafficking. She's not a victim of anything. She is not a victim. She literally said it. She is not a freaking victim.
She could make it seem like, no, it was consensual or it wasn't that bad, that she would be okay. But eventually that shame spiral led her to thinking about offing herself. She wanted to put everything she experienced down. And she sent it to Diddy. She sent it to Diddy and she was like, I want you to read this. And they're like, why'd you send it to him? And he's like, because I wanted him to understand what he did to me and why it's not okay. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And she's like, I just wanted to be seen. And Diddy never got back to her. So she called KK, the assistant. And she was like, yo, did he read the book? And KK told her, no, ain't nobody read that. And she was like, what? And they were like, and she was like, nobody takes that book seriously. They don't even think you really wrote it. Like, basically calling her dumb and thinking that they think that she's too stupid to even write a book.
I'm going to start this one with a trigger warning because what Cassie just revealed in court.
So I'm going to tease the tales with her fine self. I'm going to come back later on or either tomorrow morning, probably later on tonight. I'm not sure exactly. But Layla, I am the Fire Stick Man, unlocked all channels and PPV with homes from the theater. Yo, Leon, send me a DM. Like, I want to hook up. Like, what I got to do? Leon, send me a DM on IM_Mr. Like, what's up? You said you got the fire sticks. Hook me up. But I think I proved my case that even though I want Diddy to go to prison, I have not seen any signs of trafficking. I haven't seen any signs of a RICO Act. We haven't even heard of another woman being in these freak-offs. It's almost like everything that we learned about Diddy, you got to remember, it was lawsuits about kids. It was lawsuits about dudes. It was lawsuits about all these different things. Thus far, in these 4 days, Cassie hasn't said a word about anything. Do y'all realize it was 20-some lawsuits out against Diddy? And we talked about them, how terrible and crazy and heinous they are. There's a reason why Cassie did not get on that stage and say, I seen the kids. Because she doesn't want him to go to prison. She could easily say, I seen the kids. She was with him for 11 years. She didn't see what he allegedly was doing with kids. She can put him under the jail. Dion said it's the first week. Okay. The only thing that he's guilty of is paying for prostitutes and beating her ass. That's really it. But I'm getting out of here. Y'all already know. About to eat some salmon and broccoli. Well, that say this case may take 8 weeks. I agree, Erica. I agree. So it may be more stuff. I agree. I understand. But altogether, hey, thus far, it has been very underwhelming. But I will be back tomorrow. So talk to y'all later. And I may, like I said, I may come back this evening if something else crazy comes out. I may do a video about the Tory Lanez stuff. But until then, I'll talk to y'all later.
How about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game? We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, Meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play deeper discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper discussions, dating edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend,
Candidate.
a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
They ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.